If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, kiddies. This is yours duly, John Kassir, the voice of The Crypt Keeper. And you're listening to Slasher Radio.
You guys found Slasher Radio, and I'm Bones, and as always, Cat and Rob. What's going on, ladies and gents?
What's up?
Okay, here we go again, another fucking spectacular week. Guys, I have a quick announcement.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm very proud of this, and it's something in my life that I've been looking forward to doing for quite some time now. It was as easy of a decision as it was. For some reason, it was just was something I couldn't do and didn't do, maybe is a better term.
I will remember you.
I uninstalled Dead by Daylight.
I thought you were going to say you're getting married.
Nope. Even better.
Man, I thought we were breaking some news.
No, we are. Guys, I no longer...
I'm impressed.
I no longer have to worry about that fucking game ever again.
Finally ditched it, huh?
Finally fucking did it. And I've had people, let's play Dead by Daylight. Nope, can't, don't have it.
Yep, don't own it, don't have it.
There's no, because when I would say no before, I get my balls busted. Come on, just games, da-da-da-da-da. And I would eventually feel bad and break in and do it. Now, I don't have it. I can't. If my life depended on it, I could not fucking play.
All right. Well, good for you. I'm glad you finally took that step.
Congratulations.
I feel like a weight is off my chest. You know?
Yeah, but what are you going to do when you're bored now?
I don't know. Throw my dick in a blender. It's better than fucking Dead by Daylight. Dude, I finally had enough with the fuck. I played 2 games that day. Played 1, I got a face camping fucking Freddy Krueger. And I was like, dude, like he was like, if you have to do that, obviously, you know, anyone who plays the game, you're very bad at the game. You have to do that. So it's like, I just got my ass whooped and killed by somebody who's complete shit at the game. Not that I'm a god at it or not, but you know, I'm decent.
And it's the Jackie Earl Haley Freddy Krueger too. It ain't the real one.
Disgusting. So that, like, he was terrible at the game. He just clapped me in my friend's cheeks like it was nothing. So I'm like, fuck me. So then I'm like, all right, whatever. I shake it off. I'm annoyed, but I've learned to just say fuck it. And then I go into the next game, and I got this sweaty motherfucker, dude. He played his Spirit, and this kid, like, I'm not gonna lie, he was incredible. He was a machine. There was no stopping him. There was nothing we could do. We didn't even get one generator close to being finished. Like, it was just a complete demolition. And I'm like, why am I playing this fucking game? Like,
Oh, that was you?
What?
That was you I was playing against?
Fuck you. Yeah, okay. Dude, I got both spectrums of talent level on that game. complete shit and utter dominance.
Yeah.
And it was the same result in both of them.
Well, I'm glad you got rid of it because it didn't sound like you had any fun playing it.
No.
Ever. So
No.
it seemed odd that you played it as much as you did.
These people make me play it. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, I truly hated this. I finally say, you know what, man? I got so mad after that Spirit game. I threw my controller down on my phone, which was, I didn't mean to do that. Then I was worried about my phone, and it was just a bunch of emotions all at once. And I say, you know what, man? I don't have to do this. Why am I doing it? I'm uninstalling it, and I instantly uninstalled it. And I was so fucking aggravated because it wasn't even the fact that it happened. Like I'm used to it. It was just that I knew it was going to happen, and I went and fucking played the game anyway, and it happened.
Yeah.
So it was like I just sat there and I said, I'm the asshole.
Oh, I agree with that.
Well, I'm sure you do. And I was so annoyed by it and so aggravated. My friends didn't even fucking argue with me when I said I was on. They knew not to say a word. I was so aggravated.
All right. Well, good for you. You broke free of those chains. You can move on to other games. I would suggest Farming Simulator 19. That was a lot of fun.
Whoa. Let's not get crazy. I'm not desperate. All right. I got other shit to do. I've been playing more Friday the 13th, though, which I very much enjoy. So that's always good.
For now.
Oh, no. I love Friday the 13th. I actually was so... Like, I haven't played it the way I used to. And I was playing the offline challenges. You can unlock, like, emotes and dances and shit. And there's one where they're flipping the bird. And I finally got that one. So
Oh, nice.
it's like a whole new world for me.
All right.
Not like knocking Jason on his ass and giving him the bird. This is beautiful. Anyway, I feel so much better that I got to share that with the world.
All right. Well, I'm sure everybody's happy for you.
I hope so.
Proud, even.
Yeah.
It's a step.
Yeah. Fucking Dead by Daylight. Anyway, so yeah, that's a relief. I'm very proud of myself. And I feel like I overcame a drug addiction or something. This is great. We have been taking in voicemails and stuff. Before we go any further with this, though, guys, we have to remind you.
Say, everybody haven't seen my balls, they're big and salty and brown. If you ever need a quick pick me up, just stick my balls in your mouth.
Go to manscaped.com. Go check them out. All your male grooming needs right fucking there. Everything from top to bottom. We've been telling you, Manscaped was nice enough to send us over some packages. So, because look, anybody who has enough balls to send you out, say, you know what? We're not going to tell you about how great our product is. We don't expect you to believe what we tell you. Here, try it. I mean, that takes a pair, man. And you know what? The last time we had a run of advertising with Manscaped, they sent Bobby and I over a package. They sent us over a similar one this time. I can't say enough.
This was great. There's a lot of stuff that came in the package and a lot of good stuff in there. Like I said, I'm kind of, I need to get my scented candles, my bath bombs, and everything ready to go before I can really get in there and get to work. But I did like the package. I don't know if did you guys get a weird newspaper in yours?
Yes, I did. And that actually serves a purpose.
Oh, it does? Because I was reading it and I was like, this is a terrible newspaper. These journalists are awful.
Only Rob would read a balls newspaper.
Get a job, you bum.
It actually does serve a purpose. That is for...
Is that the mat?
That is the mat.
The shaving mat?
Yes. So all you schmucks out there who stand in the middle of your bathroom and just leave a fucking pool of hair that your wife has to clean up. You think that woman wants to clean up your pubes? No. Stop being an
No, she doesn't even want to see them.
No, exactly, which is why you need to go to Manscaped. You don't want to see those nappy pubes. Don't leave a mess. You can even get a nice little mat, and it's not even just, a piece of paper that you put under yourself like you're at the doctor or something. It's a newspaper. As you can tell, Rob sat, you can go sit and read it. It has some tips on male grooming, all that stuff. They literally have everything you need. They have nose trimmers, even for you to stand in the middle of the bathroom if that's what you choose to do and not make a mess. You stand on the newspaper mat, instructions, or whatever you want to call it, and you do your thing. You fold it up, you throw it out. No mess, no nothing. You can do it in the shower if you want to. Shave the boys down. It's waterproof. The Lawnmower 3.0 is a waterproof trimmer with skin-safe technology. You won't nick your nuts. It's got an LED light if you got the candles going like Rob. I mean, guys, it even came, this package even came, they even have underwear.
Yeah, I know. That's
Yeah,
a
they
nice
didn't
pair of
ask what
panties.
size underwear I wear, Manscaped.
Well, damn, I mean, it's true. Cat wants it all for free. Good Lord.
A medium boxer brief would have been appropriate for me, but that's fine. Manscaped.
Yeah, it's a nice pair of panties they put in there. I was like, oh, this is sweet.
Yeah, they got and then they're breathable underwear, so you don't get all that extra chafing going on in there. And if you do, you can always throw on the crop preserver. That's a deodorant for your nuts. Always put deodorant on your armpits. Why wouldn't you put them on the sweatiest, nastiest, stankiest part of your body? If that's not enough and you have a rough day, you're working out in the sun, you do some labor, and you need to freshen them up, you can get the Crop Reviver, a quick little spritz on the boys. They're good as new. The trimming them and putting on the crop preserver, your ball deodorant every day, that puts you at 100%. If throughout the day you drop to an 85, 90%, you throw that Crop Reviver on there, boom, you're back up to 110, man.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. And now that I know that that's a mat, that's a game changer because you can use that anywhere. I'm going to be in my living room watching a hockey game, just going to town with that thing. Or you could do it when you're in the kitchen, wherever you want. With the mat, you don't have to worry about making a mess.
Here's our disclaimer for Manscaped. Please don't do this in the kitchen.
We got to hire a legal team. Rob.
Please don't do this anywhere at work.
Well, not if, I mean, don't do it in your kitchen or your living room if you got like family over or whatever, but if you're watching the game or you're watching a horror movie or something, you don't want to,
Rob, there are way too many sharp things in the kitchen for your twig and berries to be out there, man. It's not a good idea. But good thing to know with the Lawnmower 3.0 that you can get, it has a ceramic blade. And by the way, like I said, I have the Lawnmower 2.0, which I love. And the blade, it's a little bulky. It doesn't quite get, I don't know how to say it. It works perfectly, but for my preference, I would rather get a little closer. I mean, this 3.0, it is right near the blade. The trimmer, the actual clip that attaches on is right near the blade. You are going to get a perfect shave every time. It's hard for us to explain. You guys have to go to try it. Like we said last week, if you're on the fence, now's the fucking time.
Yeah.
Now's the time.
Yeah, and get you a pair of them underwears.
Yeah, I mean, we've said it before. You can build the perfect man on it. You really can. I mean, Kat, if your significant other, wouldn't you want them to partake in every single thing that Manscaped has to offer? I mean, they pretty much take care of every part of your body for the most part as a man.
Oh, yeah. I will say I was surprised at the full box of stuff that came with this.
Yeah. I mean, that's true, ladies. You could pick up any old stinky, smelly ass dude that you want now, and you can just fix him right up.
Here's our disclaimer for the legal team. Ladies, please do not do this.
You can go right down to the bus station and meet a dude, whatever.
I mean, look, if people are into, I mean, I've heard of taking in straight dogs and cats, but I mean, if somebody happened to be interested in taking, it wouldn't be a bad project. I would advise you to keep them in the shed or somewhere. Don't bring them in. But and speaking of sheds, they even have a little traveling case, which they called the shed. And if you're a traveler going out of town or whatever, if you're going somewhere with your lady, you bring the shed, you throw all your shit in there, Crop Reviver, boom, balls get sprayed up real good throughout the day. The Crop Preserver, the ball deodorant, bam, throw that bitch in there. Lawnmower, toss it in. It's even got a charging stand, which the 2.0 did not have. So now I can proudly display in my bathroom, just boom, stand that bitch up on the sink. Everybody knows I got clean nuts that walk into my bathroom.
There you go. That's what it's all about, too. Yeah, letting everybody know.
I might put it on the kitchen table to charge.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Anyone who walks into my house be like, damn.
Yeah, but you talk about the shed. That was a nice bag. That was a nice surprise. I didn't know that was going to be in there, but that was a nice surprise. And it's a nice little bag. Fits everything right in there. Good to go.
Stylish. It's got some leather on that. I mean, it's a stylish look. It's not just some, it doesn't look like a fanny pack without the straps. It's a really nice bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, so guys, go to manscaped.com, use the promo code FANSIDED20. It'll help us out tremendously, and it'll save you guys money. You get 20% off. I mean, if you get the Lawnmower 3.0, the Crop Preserver, the Reviver, hell, maybe you get a nose trimmer, you get some mats so you don't leave a trail in the bathroom. You get all this stuff, 20% off of all that. I mean, you're saving a large amount of money there.
Yep, you're saving some cash, free shipping. Everybody, we all know about shipping and what a pain in the ass it can be sometimes, right? Because you find a good price on something online, you're like, yeah, I'm going to buy that. And then you look at the shipping cost, add it in with it, and you're like, well, it's not really, I'm not really saving that much money now. But with this, you're saving the money and you're getting free shipping.
I don't know what you guys are waiting for, man. We literally told you everything you need as a man, Manscaped has, and you could save money.
Get to manscaped.com, ladies. Order this. It'll show up. You run out to your mailbox. You pick it up. You drive down to the bus station. Find Mr. Right.
I don't know what to say about that.
If you use our promo code and we get to keep doing these reads for Manscaped, you get to hear more of Rob's excellent dating advice for ladies.
I mean, think about that. Think about how wide open the dating pool becomes once you've got all that.
On Manscaped.
All the indigent population as well. You can now open up and expand into that.
Rob's pretty much saying, ladies, you ever see a guy when you're out at the store and they look perfect and you want to go talk to him, and then they bend over and you see all that hair? Think about how well you could fix that with Manscaped.
Yeah, you can fix that man up right now. Yep.
I picture Rob as a woman just grabbing some guy at a store and starts shaving him in the middle of the bread aisle.
Yep.
What's the mat? You can shave them anywhere.
Yeah, anywhere. It doesn't even matter.
Imagine Rob kicking some dude's feet so he lifts his feet and he's sliding the mat under him and grabs him by the pits. He's got the flashlight going.
Hey, look, I just doing the Lord's work. That's all.
Hey, with the mat, no cleanup in aisle 2. You know?
Yeah, no problem.
Good go. Rob, I'm not gonna lie, I did not see Rob's dating advice coming out of these Manscaped ads, but you had a little bit of a letdown with the ball puns. I really thought you were gonna go strong with them.
I felt like that was kind of a little too easy. I wanted to kind of up the game a little bit for Manscaped. And I don't know. And now I got my mind's already twisted. I'm thinking maybe a Slasher Radio spinoff podcast where I'll just give out dating advice to people.
I would listen to that.
They could call into the number and leave their questions, and I'll help them out.
Oh yeah.
As a single woman, I would be highly amused.
Yeah, I know how it works. I got game.
Yeah.
I would never take your advice, but I would be highly amused.
Look, you don't have to take my advice. If you want to end up some old maid spinster, that's your business.
Rob, I don't know if you want to take calls on that thing. The phone line here has not been working out well for you. So, I don't know.
Well, this will be a whole different thing, though. Me giving out dating advice, I think it'd go over like gangbusters.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Cat, what do we deal with him? Jesus Christ. You're gonna get us in trouble, man.
Let me let you in on a little secret. Nobody fan-sided is listening to this show.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
I was just going to ask if we lose the Manscaped sponsorship because Rob says something, or if any of us say something that gets us kicked off of Manscaped promos, will fan-sided hear about it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no.
Will we be
reprimanded,
blacklisted?
My guess is, though, we will get kicked off fan-sided well before we get kicked off Manscaped.
Good to know.
That's
good to know what
bet.
to aim for.
Yeah, that's my bet.
Hey, Patrick, how you doing? Oh, some lady got stabbed because she took someone home from a bus station? They heard it from our show? Oh, that don't sound good.
Another arrest in aisle 2? We had nothing to do with it.
Patrick doesn't listen to this show, guys.
Patrick, that was Rob Humphrey. Just repeat, Rob Humphrey.
I'm just saying, it's fine.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, he might if people start getting stabbed.
Yeah, you think?
he might think to himself, maybe I should download an episode or 2 of that show and see what the hell's going on over there.
We should have stuck to fucking sports. God damn it.
Yeah, but I stick by my advice. You can find any dirty old man now and clean them up.
We love you, Patrick. Anyway, anybody who wants to leave a voicemail on the show, as you've been hearing lately. We'll air them on the show. We'll talk about them, discuss them. Any negativity towards Rob is always appreciated.
Come on. People love me.
It's a running theme lately. Any information on Roger? Also, if you have any horror-related questions, concerns, statements, if you just want to vent about something like I just did, you can give us a call, leave a voicemail.
You trace the call. It's coming from inside the house.
The number is 917-397-KILL. That's 917-397-5455. Guys, this week we don't have a voicemail, but we have a text message.
What? Oh. We do text messages too?
Well, yeah, it's a phone number. You can text. Yeah, for anybody out there who's shy and you don't want to leave, you can send a text too.
I mean, I guess I'll accept that, but I don't know.
Well, I'm glad we can work around your parameters. Yeah, so you can call the show, leave a voicemail. You can text the show. Obviously, two text messages. We'll read it. I might send an eggplant emoji back. I don't know. Hands on. We're recording this right now at 2:06 in the morning. What if I replied to this text with an eggplant emoji?
That'd be funny.
I probably won't do it. If it was IR Chris, though, he'd be getting a ton of emojis, right? And she says, "Hi there. First time sending a message to a podcast or any kind of show. My name is Brittany at Late and Confused from Twitter. I was wondering, what are the crew's thoughts on Leprechaun Origins?" Me personally, I know. Brittany, you're killing me. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of it, largely because it has absolutely nothing, that's in caps, to do with the Leprechaun series.
Yeah, I've seen it once a long time ago, probably like when it was new, and I remember it being terrible. That's the one that's like a WWE film, isn't it? Yeah, it's really bad.
I remember, I remember actually watching it and thinking that I had selected the wrong movie. I was very confused. I was like, I'm not sure that this is the horror film that I put in. Like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, not a good one.
I am impressed though, that the number one, getting through that film and then being like, this doesn't have enough to do with Leprechaun. Like, that wasn't the first thing that I noticed about it.
Yeah.
I was distracted by all the other very questionable decisions.
Yeah. Well, it is a good point though, because it's supposed to, now that it's a prequel, right? Like that's Origins, right?
I guess.
Is it supposed to be a prequel to the first one or something?
I really don't know.
I wish I had seen it more recently to talk about it, because I literally, like, when it came out, I saw it and I kind of tried to forget about it. But yeah, it doesn't have anything in common with any of the other films in the franchise. I don't know what the hell they thought they were doing.
I hate the WWE for so many reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly ruining my childhood. Let's start there. Ruining my childhood because I grew up in the Stone Cold, Rock, and all that era. And it was the shit, man. It was the shit. I remember my grandparents came home. Me and my cousin were sitting in the living room watching WWF at the time. We were watching DX run around and cause chaos. And my grandparents came home from getting groceries. And I was young. I didn't know exactly what everything in the world was at the time. And my grandfather came in, put some bags down, and went to turn around to go out and get the rest of the bags from the car. I stood up off the couch and I said to him, "Grandpa." He turned around and said, "Yeah, pal." And I threw my hands at my crotch and said, "Suck it." Those were the days that I was from, man. So now,
I hope you got your ass beat.
Oh, the look I got from that man was incredible. But that was the joy they brought me, and for them to bring the television product that they have now and it's such shit, I won't forgive them for that. But what I will never forgive them for is what they did to the fucking Leprechaun. Ever. Everybody knows my love for that little green bastard. And out of all the fucking movies for them to come and ruin, it had to be that one.
No, a bridge too far, Vince McMahon.
Fucking bastard suckers. I got bleep now. I don't understand what they were doing. people can say what they want about the Return of Leprechaun, Leprechaun Returns, the sci-fi. Linda Porco, I think, did a great job with the Leprechaun. It wasn't Warwick Davis, who is like phenomenal role that he pulled. Say what you want about the movies. Him as an actor in that role, phenomenal. And Linda Porco was great, but to overcome the original is almost an impossible task. What they did with this, I don't know what the fuck it was. I'll never understand. All the money that Vince McMahon has, and that's what they could have put Hornswoggle in some makeup and shit, and it would have been way better than this fucking shit.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's never a good sign when you're watching a movie and you see that WWE logo come up. But yeah, that one was particularly bad.
Never a good sign when you see that logo come up for anything nowadays. Television product is kind of crap. The movies are terrible. The video games, me give my own. Wow.
Yeah. Now they're not doing good work right now. The funny thing is they're making more money now than they ever have.
Go figure, right?
Yeah, ridiculous. But yeah, I've stopped watching the weekly shows. I'll still watch the pay-per-views because they're fun, but I generally don't watch the weekly shows anymore.
They just made signed like $1 billion deal with the Peacock Network.
Yep. They got $1 billion from them. They got $1 billion from them. Was it last year or 2 years ago? They got $1 billion from Fox.
Yeah. For shit. And the only reason I even brought up the Peacock thing is because I get to say without getting bleeped. Even though I'm going to get bleeped now, but all right.
You're doing it to yourself, man.
I know. Well, you caught one before we started recording. I don't think I missed that. Shame on
But that was before we started recording. You don't even have to include that.
But I'm going to. But yeah, Brittany, that movie sucked, a big old floppy one, and it sucks. I know the Leprechaun wasn't Friday the 13th or nothing, but yeah, they were fun movies, and it just sucks when companies get into stuff solely for money, and for that they had to say fuck everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's by far the worst one in the franchise.
It's the worst remake ever.
I'm going through the Rolodex in my mind of remakes. I can't come up with one.
You can't.
I'm not off the top of my head.
In terms of worst remakes,
that's got to be the worst. Cat, come on.
Okay, maybe.
I mean, it had nothing to do with nothing, man. Prom night. Say what you want. At least it was at a prom. That's like if they had prom night at a fucking wedding or some shit, or a funeral. Yeah. What the hell?
I was thinking about One Missed Call, actually. It's one of the few movies with 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh,
yeah,
Lord.
That is a bad movie.
It earned it.
She said it earned it.
Yeah.
Damn.
The problem is I don't think I ever saw the original.
I don't think I did either.
I think that's the thing, is because I wasn't crazy about the original. It's okay. It's, mediocre to good film, but so I wasn't personally offended at how bad the remake was.
Right.
But
yeah. No. I mean, listening to Mikey talk, you can tell he's got real personal issues over this movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it wasn't good. I'm not going to make that case, but someone would have to pay me to sit down and rewatch One Missed Call.
You couldn't pay me enough to watch this piece of shit.
Well, guess what movie we're doing next week?
We should really fuck Cat over good and do the fucking hunt and then the One Missed Call.
No.
She'll never speak to us again. It would just be Cat rambling on and ignoring our existence just to get it over with the whole show.
It would be, you'd be punishing yourself too, though, because you'd have to watch The Hunt and then One Missed Call.
I will watch The Hunt right now.
God, well, please don't. But thank you for reaching out to us, Brittany, and anyone else listening in right now. We love the interaction. Look at the conversation it just brought. It's fun. We love hearing this stuff and you guys' views. Brittany, I know she's very interactive on Twitter. Let us know. I'm letting you know right now. If you say anything positive about this movie, Brittany, we value you. We appreciate you. You're great. Comments and interaction, we love it. We wish we had 1 million more Britneys out there listening to the show. If you say anything good about this movie, I'm blocking you. You know that right now. I will block you. Yeah. I will find you and try and fight you if you say anything good about this damn movie. Poor.
Oh man, Davis. Please say something good about this movie. I want to see you kick Mikey's ass, Brittany.
I might get my ass whooped. I might, but I'll go down swinging for Warwick Davis and that Leprechaun. I've done it before. do it again.
Yeah, that was a pretty good message. I would say, Brittany, if you're gonna interact with the show again in that manner, maybe have a few nice things to say about me would be good.
You know, Kat, this is very upsetting. As great as a message that was from Brittany, and it brought on a great conversation. Our streak of Rob's drive-bys are now over.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Brittany, if you want to interact with the show again, we love you. We wish we had a million more Brittany's, but if you would like to say something negative about Rob, that would be fine.
Feel free.
Keep our streak alive.
Right?
People love me, I tell you.
You know, this is kind of my fault because it's a text message. I could have had her say anything I want. Oh, wait, hold on. We just got another text from Brittany just now.
P.S.
Convenient at 2:17 in the morning. She said Rob's a turd. All right, Brittany, there you go.
And you mentioned Roger earlier, and just a quick update for Roger and all the other people who are really interested in my socks. I ordered just today a pair of glow-in-the-dark Halloween socks and a pair of Creepshow socks. So those are coming soon.
Oh,
I feel like people aren't taking this Roger investigation seriously enough.
they're really not.
There's no investigation. There's none.
Oh,
there's
yes, there
nothing
is.
to see here.
Yes, there is. And in fact, I have an update on the investigation. Not only last week did we open up the Slasher Radio community into this investigation, and we're waiting for eyes and ears and everything from them. We mentioned that Fansided has gotten involved. Our investigation team has gotten involved, and we've enlisted the Oompa Loompas.
Oh, no, not the Oompa
The
Loompas.
Oompa Loompas are now looking into
No.
things.
Yeah.
So
I'm not worried about our personal Slasher Radio investigation team, because a lot of people talk about their crack investigation team, but we have an investigation team on crack. So I'm not concerned about that. But the Oompa Loompas, that's too much.
yeah. The Oompa Loompas now, they'll get into some things, metaphorically and literally. So
Yeah, it's like having the Pinkertons on you.
what were those other ones? The South Park did a little spoof on them.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
I got a clue. I don't remember their names. The Hardy Boys. That's
Oh yeah, the Hardy Boys.
Kat,
Yeah.
before we get into the news, you want to go ahead and brag?
Yes. I don't want to brag. I just want to thank all of our listeners, all of our followers on Twitter for making the correct decision in our most recent Twitter poll. Cabin in the Woods is the best horror movie, and I appreciate the support. When we posted the poll, I 100% expected Cabin in the Woods fans to get their asses kicked.
Me
Because
too.
it's so underappreciated. But you guys did the right thing. You made the right choice. I will say I do agree with Rob. It was a little bit unfair. I think that the specification of it being a horror movie completely negated Shape of Water. And if you scrolled through the comments, a lot of people were saying that they liked Shape of Water, but they didn't consider it a horror movie. So that was a little bit unfair. But you guys answered the question that we asked. You voted for Cabin in the Woods, and I'm proud of all of you. Thank you,
I'm
guys.
mad as hell. I hate every one of you. You can all go to hell. Only 8% of you do I like. The rest of you can suck it.
Actually, 7.3% you like.
Yeah.
You didn't even get the
7.3% of you are cool. Everybody else sucks. Anybody who says The Shape of Water isn't a horror movie, you're dumb.
Horror
It is a horror
adjacent.
movie.
No.
It is as much a horror movie as any of the classic Universal monster films are.
You've got a point.
No.
Yeah, it's exactly. Is Creature from the Black Lagoon a horror movie?
I don't think that Shape of Water is as much a horror movie as Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Okay, I think you need to rewatch Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Maybe I do. Maybe
And then
because
Shape of
I will
Water.
admit it's been a long time since
Or
I've
any of the
seen Shape
classic
Water more
Universal
recently.
horror movies. The Mummy.
There's also something to be said though for like standards of, because horror has evolved since then. I think what made a horror movie when Universal started doing monster movies is very different than what makes a horror movie today.
All right. Well, you're wrong too. Everybody's wrong. This
You guys
election
did
was
good.
this election was rigged. # stop the steal. We're gonna have to storm Mikey's house.
Storm my house. I'm
Yeah.
mad too. What the hell?
You're the one who posted the poll. It starts with you.
You know, as like, to be completely honest, I wasn't trying to. I do see how the questioning. I get that. To be fair, Shape of Water wasn't really my main concern at the time, so I didn't think about it. But there were so many votes so early. I felt like to be completely honest, this was bullshit. I don't know how the fuck this happened.
Cabin in the Woods is good.
Now, I'll be honest, 100% honest. If Shape of Water wasn't in the poll, which it probably shouldn't have been, it should have just been Bride of Chucky and Cabin in the Woods. I'm 1,000% voting for Cabin in the Woods in that instance.
Oh, get the fuck. All right. That's an argument for another day, and we're not about to do that right now.
All right.
But it's like Kat said. I mean, it's Chucky. People could have never seen either movie and would probably vote for Chucky. You know what I mean? So it's like, it was such an unfair question. And I felt it was going to be an easy win. Like, the numbers here, Shape of Water, 7.3%, came in an embarrassingly last place.
I'm proud of that 7.3%. You guys rock. You were the foundation of slasher radio.
You mentioned an investigation team on crack. We have listeners on crack because, Kat, Rob, you guys have to at least give me this. There's no way the margin should be 64.2% for Cabin in the Woods and 28.5% to Bride of Chucky. Wouldn't you have?
It should be higher.
Yeah, Bride of Chucky shouldn't even gotten that high.
Should be higher. Like, I'm surprised that it was, just because I meet so many people who didn't like Cabin in the Woods, which I've never understood. I'm surprised that Cabin in the Woods won. I'm very pleasantly surprised. And yeah, if we were just going like just any kind of commentary, entertainment value, scares, all should have gone to Cabin in the Woods. Like, Cabin in the Woods is better. The margin could have been higher.
The margin could have been higher. I'm seriously mind blown. I told a few friends of mine about this, and they like Cabin in the Woods too. Keep in mind, only one of them didn't. They were fucking mind blown. And they even said that they were like, okay, we can understand Cabin in the Woods won, but by that margin is just mind blowing. When's the last time you guys have watched Bride of Chucky?
A couple of years ago.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years for me. I will say this: Rotten Tomatoes gives the Cabin in the Woods 92%.
The fuck?
And
no, I don't want to. Rotten Tomatoes and their fucking scores.
They give Bride of Chucky 46%.
How?
So
one of the most infuriating things to me is looking at movies that are rated higher on Rotten Tomatoes than Cabin in the Woods. Like, that just makes me so mad.
I honestly don't see the fucking fascination with this shit. By the way, speaking of Cabin in the Woods, I would like everybody to know, yourself included, Kat, I was viciously attacked on This Horror Life over my view of Cabin in the Woods. I was told I could go to hell by one of the, I'm not going to say any names, by one of the hosts of This Horror Life. I'm not going to say any names, but I was told to go to hell, Kat.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. You anything to say about that, Rob?
Go to hell.
You bastard.
Oh, The Shape of Water, by the way, on Rotten Tomatoes, also 92%.
What?
So it tied with Cabin in the Woods.
Some of them are classics. Like, some of them I understand, because there are things like The Exorcist that are rated higher than Cabin in the Woods. And
no, according to Mikey,
Psycho,
that's not as good as Bride of Chucky.
Nope.
Like, I understand, but some of them.
Ridiculous statement.
Look, I mean, if you want to start compartmentalizing and putting it into like okay, what's the best of this? Like, what, you know what I mean? Then it gets tricky. But I'm talking like entertain. Like, when I watch a horror movie, it's to be entertained. I think it is the best form of entertainment in films. I mean, obviously I'm biased, but that's how I feel.
I think that's one of the things, because Cabin in the Woods, and this is a real point that I have. This is why Cabin in the Woods is my favorite movie, is because I do a lot of breaking down into subgenres, like when I'm looking over favorites, and I look at zombie movies and slasher flicks and paranormal. I break stuff down into categories.
Right.
But Cabin in the Woods hits all those boxes. Like, it's not just my favorite horror movie. It's not just my favorite movie. Like, I would consider it one of like my favorite like, it's my favorite meta horror. It's one of my favorite, it's a little bit lower on my zombie list specifically, but it makes the list of zombie movies. Like, it's my favorite, government corruption story. Like, it hits so many boxes. It's got a little bit of everything in it. It's got a little something for everyone. And I think probably that's the reason why it won, because it's, no matter what your favorite kind of horror is, there was a little bit of something for you in Cabin in the Woods, unless you're crazy.
Well, call me crazy, because there wasn't shit in Cabin in the Woods for me. I feel like I'm in a fucking Twilight Zone, and the whole world has gone mad except for me. Like, I cannot. I don't understand this one. I'm going to take a rest on polls for a while, because it has not been working out for me. You know what? On the Easter egg of this show that you guys are listening to right now, when the music stops playing, if you don't listen to our Easter eggs, you're fucking up. But I'm going to put there was once upon a time, guys, I literally had a parade on this show over winning a series of polls that had to do with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I won them by a landslide.
Oh, I remember that.
And how the mighty have fallen. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're throwing out Bride of Chucky, it's a good movie. It's not a bad movie.
It's a masterpiece.
It's not.
Well, the ending got away a little bit. But, I mean, there's so much goodness. They had John Ritter in it.
I do love some John Ritter.
Come and knock on my door. None of that. I mean, yeah, I'm going to play that parade. I'm going to find that, dig it up, and I'm going to play my glorious parade. Oh, God. They're going to hear Corner Pocket on this show, Rob.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
He's on that one. It goes that far back?
Yeah, Corner Pocket, Dismay. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Forget all that parade nonsense. Now I just want to hear the theme to Three's Company.
Oh, God.
Tack that on to the end.
Well, due to copyright issues, we cannot do that.
I know. Stupid copyright.
Although I think I did that once. Oh well. Anyway, are you happy now, Kat? You happy?
Yes. Thank you.
Everything. Have you fulfilled all your Cabin in the Woods needs?
Yeah. This has made my week better. Thank you.
Oh, great.
I'm not happy, but nobody cares apparently.
No, we don't. All right, guys. You want to get into the news?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's time to hump the news with Rob Humphrey.
He's not a genius. Okay, let's start with this one. Christopher.
I am a genius.
No, you're not. Let it go. Christopher Landon, who was also a guest once upon a time on Slasher Radio. It was a great conversation we had with him. He was promoting Happy Death Day to You Too.
You had Christopher Landon on the show?
Yes, host. Yeah, we have. Yeah,
I wasn't here then.
No, but still, Jesus Christ. I got news for you, Rob. We got Salami, okay?
I guess. I didn't know that. I like him. I like his movie.
Tony Todd, fucking John K. Sear, Greg Nicotero. We got Salami, goddammit.
I knew you had all those people. I just didn't know you had Christopher Landon. Is he related to Michael Landon?
I didn't have some for his family tree. I don't know.
All right. I'll look it up on my own time, I guess.
Okay, you do that. Christopher Landon is writing a new film called Underwater. And William Eubank? I'm going to fuck that name up.
Call Eubank.
Yeah, call him Eubank. William Eubank is the director. Christopher Landon from Paranormal Activity, Happy Death Day to You, as we mentioned. They're working together on a film called Underwater. Rob, you've mentioned you like Christopher Landon before. Kat, I don't know how you feel about him. You guys excited for this?
I need to hear the premise first, because what I like about his movies is his ability to take horror and blend it with another, sort of type of movie, another genre,
right?
And do it well. So I don't know what this is. Also, I'm not crazy about that title because we just had a movie called Underwater.
Did we?
Yeah, with Kristen Stewart.
Well, I didn't hear about that.
You didn't see Underwater?
No.
Oh, you guys, come on! It's a really good movie.
I stopped watching things with Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, it's actually a really good movie. It came out about a year ago. Well, maybe even longer than that now, but
she was in that Lizzie Borden thing, and ever since then it was like I keep giving her chances and I keep being let down by stuff.
I didn't hate the Lizzie Borden movie.
It was so long.
It was long and it was really slow, but I didn't hate it. It was just a character study. It was real slow. Yeah, you guys should check out Underwater. It's really cool. It's kind of like it's almost like an Alien kind of movie, but it's underwater instead of in space.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah, I don't know. Check it out. It's pretty entertaining.
Well, there was an interview done on The Hollywood Reporter. Who was it that said? Okay, so they said that insiders have been describing this film as an unexpected retooling of the franchise. Wait a minute, this is a franchise?
What?
What? Have you guys ever heard?
I don't understand that.
Yeah,
I know all of the words that you said, but I don't know them in that order.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I'm confused of this being a franchise. So, okay, wait, this is a Blumhouse film, also, guys. That throws a whole monkey wrench into things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Oh, so I think this is Rob. I think this goes into the movie that you were talking about.
Into Underwater.
Oh no.
Hold on, let me look into this because I think this William guy directed that film also.
Can I just point out that this news segment has gone completely to shit?
But what's wrong with the news segment? Okay, yeah.
We don't have any of the information for this particular news. We're just all confusing ourselves.
I guess. I mean, hey, they're getting live reactions from us on this shit too. All right, so what more do they want?
Okay. William Eubank did direct The Underwater that I was talking about,
right?
With Kristen Stewart, yes.
And it's turning into a franchise, which now makes sense.
Okay, but still, they shouldn't call it Underwater then.
Right? Yeah. I mean, maybe the title's not officially released. But yeah, that is a strange way to word it.
All right, yeah, that makes a little more sense. I don't know what really set up well for a sequel, but I don't know. I would recommend checking out Underwater though. It's an entertaining. It's not great, but it's entertaining enough.
Yeah, and if they have Christopher Landon hopping on it, I mean, I would imagine that's only going to make it better.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. So now that we've solved that Rubik's Cube, on to the next one.
No, I can't wait.
Hey, this one's a little more cut and dry. I sent you guys a message on Twitter. I'm sure you've seen it already. 2 images. Mezco is putting out the original Halloween 2 with Michael Myers, a figure, obviously a mega scale figure is what they're calling it. Let me see if I can get a size on here. But it's much like the Scream figure that we were talking about on Houses That October Built episode. This one is selling for $98.
Yeah, I saw this story earlier this week, and I really, really like that figure. But again, that's just a little too steep price wise for me. But it looks awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it looks great. But yeah, and it's got sound too. Oh shit! I don't see a size for him. I don't know how big he is.
Sweet Jesus.
Never thought I'd say that before. Oh, wait. 15 inches tall. So, I mean...
All right.
$98. You should be a little bigger, no?
Yeah, I don't know. $98 just seems like a lot of money. Yeah. I mean, I'm buying glow-in-the-dark Halloween socks, but...
God, with the damn sock. You know what? Hold on.
Boring!
Anyway.
Dude, they glow in the dark. Ain't nothing boring about that.
Yes, there is.
Glowing in the dark automatically makes something 20% cooler.
No!
Anyway. This thing's cool. It's got black eyes. He's standing there looking all menacing. He's got a knife, all that stuff. Apparently he's got sound. So anyone who's interested in this, go check out Mezco.
Yeah, it is a really cool looking figure. Huh. Just a little out of my price range.
Kat, am I talking you into spending any money with this Myers figure?
Not with this one.
No. Okay.
The figures are a little easier for me to pass on.
Yeah. It would be kind of
Must be nice to have all that cat money.
That's the thing. I don't have cat money. I'm just impulsive. I spent onto Cat's news for the week. I followed up. I got the Vincent Price coffee from Dead Sled also.
Did you receive it yet?
I have. Ooh. Yeah. I had some earlier today. I don't like it as much as the Robert Englund coffee though. It's good, but it's a lighter roast and it's a little bit more bitter. So,
well,
kind of worst case scenario.
Ha! In your face, Vincent Price. Robert Englund wins.
So sorry, Vincent Price, but yeah, Robert Englund definitely won that round.
Actually, you know, while I got it open, one in the corner for the good guys. Yeah, that's kind of cool. It would be. I mean, see, I really do. I wish I had cat money. Shit, I would have bought this sumbitch. Cat, you bought the the Friday the 13th box set, the Robert Englund coffee. Now the Vincent Price coffee kind of spills into it.
I got reimbursed for the box set though from work, so it's that helps.
Look at you! Wow. What else did you buy?
Yeah.
Did you buy something else?
I don't think so.
You got ball trimmers. I mean, that was.
But that was free.
Yeah, the cat money. Shit, it was a long way. You know, the box set was free too. That's a pretty sweet deal. Damn, look at you. Scroll down. Call my job has absolutely nothing to do with movies anyway whatsoever. You guys want to buy me this box set?
Yeah. Hey, can I get reimbursed for this?
They were like, yeah, sure. Put all your shit in a box, and the check will be waiting for you at the door.
Yeah, I should just fill out an expense report and see what happens.
Yeah, oh, that'll go over well. All right, next up. I'm sure, well, Kat, you said you were working throughout Super Bowl, but I'm sure you've seen this somewhere. Rob, I'm sure your eyes lit up for this. Clarice is going to be gracing our television screens.
I have mixed feelings about this.
I have angry feelings about this.
The full story, as I understand it, is that they are legally not allowed to use or mention the character of Hannibal Lecter in any way. So it sounds to me like it's just going to be like a CBS procedural starring Clarice Starling. You know, like I don't know what you do with that.
Was that not your favorite part of
like
the Thomas Harris stuff?
Yeah, it's like, you know, CSI Clarice. I don't know what the hell it's going to be. I mean, I'll probably check it out, but I am not I'm not over the moon about this news.
Me either. I have a very special place in my heart for Hannibal Lecter and Silence of the Lambs. I love that movie. Clarice was an awesome character. They're not even getting oh god, how did I forget her name? Jodie Foster. They're not even getting her back as Clarice, so it's like you don't even get that nostalgia of it. I mean, she's
well, shit. They couldn't even get her for the movie Hannibal.
I was gonna say, yeah, she wasn't even in the sequel.
Yeah, they got Julianne Moore instead.
And they didn't even get her for this.
I like Julianne Moore a lot. You know, I'm not slighting her, but I mean, it was weird.
She wasn't Jodie Foster though. It was not a complaint on her skills, but it was the shift.
Yeah, it's weird. It was strange, and I don't know who they're going to have playing Clarice in this thing.
And I feel a little bit bad. My faith in CBS has been shaken a little bit after The Stand.
Yeah, I've heard some people bitching about that. Rebecca Breeds is playing Clarice.
No, I don't know who that is.
She's played in the originals, Three Summers, Slam, Pretty Little Liars. Pretty Little Liars, I think I've heard of. Nothing that. Notorious, a TV series. I don't know.
Nope.
Yeah. Molly, Newcastle. Rob, these aren't on your watch list?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't think I've heard of any of them except for Pretty Little Liars, but I always get that confused with something else. I've never seen an episode of it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not always against new actors getting roles in horror. Like, you know, you got to start somewhere and it could turn into something great. But like we were talking about earlier, it's hard to come back, like with Lyndon Porco, with following Warwick Davis. It's hard to come back from when you have, especially like a Jodie Foster. Holy shit. It's just really difficult. And, you know, Jodie Foster, I think, is what made that role great and made us fall in love with that character. And then she's not in it. And then on top of it, I mean, Hannibal was the one that brought that out of her, the character. You know, so it's like, and even in the filmmaking process from, you know, stuff she said about the filming of it. So I don't know, but it does bring up an interesting question that I don't know the answer to. Maybe they could do a little something with Buffalo Bill.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
mean, that's better than nothing, right?
Yeah, I mean, and maybe they can get Ted Levine.
Yeah, okay.
I was gonna say that's gonna be one of those things. I would only want to see more Buffalo Bill if they could get Ted Levine involved, because he was what made Buffalo Bill like really memorable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he, that even would be kind of weird because they would have to do like catching up with Buffalo Bill years later because he doesn't look the same at all.
But yeah,
he couldn't play the same. He couldn't play the character in that time period. I don't know what they're doing with this show. I've read very little about it. I just saw that they couldn't use Hannibal Lecter, and I was like, well, this is dumb. This is just an exercise in stupidity.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I don't know. I've been surprised by stuff before. Like, I went in watching the Exorcist television show Kicking and Screaming, and I loved that. I thought it was great. And Hannibal was good. That was a good TV show. So I don't know. I've been surprised before, but I don't have high hopes for this one.
Yeah, but you just mentioned the key word of that television show was Hannibal.
Yeah.
Got that.
Yep.
So yeah, see,
that is true.
That's the best name for it. CSI Clarice.
Yeah.
The only thing CBS has going for them is Big Brother, guys. I've been telling you all along. Don't want to listen to me.
I don't watch no Big Brother.
I hate you. Anyway, next up. Scream Factory is coming out with a new collector's edition Blu-ray for the 1976 King Kong.
Well, that's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know if I've even ever seen that version of King Kong, though.
I mean, you guys could have been a little more into this King Kong, man.
Yeah, I mean, I like King Kong, but again, I don't know that I've ever seen the 76 version. I know I've seen the original, and the one with Jack Black, and then Skull Island. I don't know if I've seen. I honestly don't recall the one from 76. I may have never even seen it.
I like King Kong a lot. I think he's underrated. I think people...
Yeah.
I did see the 76 one a long time ago. It was a really good movie. Especially when you keep in mind its time. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to buy this. I'd like to see the price on it. I don't know if it's...
Yeah. I don't know. Scream Factory always does a really good job with their releases. I'm a big fan of them as a company. I blind buy a lot of stuff from them when they have sales and stuff.
Yeah.
And usually, more often than not, it's nice. I find little hidden gems that way. So that's kind of nice. I don't know. I can't get too excited about this because it's not a movie I really know. But I do like King Kong, and I'm Team Kong in this whole Kong versus Godzilla thing. But apparently, most people seem to be really pulling for Godzilla, which is stupid.
They're not going to have either of them win.
No, but it's fun to take a side.
I can't pick a side. I like them both a lot.
Yeah, Godzilla's dumb. Stupid lizard.
Kat, you believe this slander of Godzilla?
I can't. No. I've just that has just cemented my Godzilla stance on this. I feel like he needs extra attention.
At every corner, Kat's got to cut me down. Come on.
I think it's the Saw thing, man. I really do. She won't let it go. All right, so that's kind of cool. I don't know if I'm going to be buying that one, but yeah, that's fucked up too. Like Godzilla, damn it. King Kong always, he's cool as fuck, but like even as much as I'm saying I think he's underrated and I like him a lot, it's like I'm not going to buy the Blu-ray. So
way to support, Mikey.
I know, that's me.
And don't you mouth off to me or I'm going to slap you right in your penis.
Lastly, I wanted to talk about, and it's not really much we could say, but it kind of ties into the latest episode as of this recording of This Horror Life. You guys did the My Bloody Valentine remake Rumble, which I'm going to be on the next This Horror Life remake Rumble. Very excited for that.
No, yeah, boy, yeah. I can't wait for that.
Ooh, I got something for you.
I have a feeling I'm going to be sick that week. I feel a case of the COVID coming on.
Case of the Rona. Kat, we're going to be talking Psycho.
I was just going to ask if it was Psycho, if that's why you were excited about it.
Extremely.
Aww.
But this is the 40th anniversary of My Bloody Valentine, guys. That's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really just such a great movie. Rewatching it for This Horror Life. I hadn't seen it in a number of years. And it's just so much fun. I enjoyed the hell out of it. And so yeah, it's great. 40 years and Scream Factory. We talked about them with the King Kong. They've got a great release, collector's edition of My Bloody Valentine that is out and well worth the money.
Oh shit! Really?
They
Yeah,
also have one with is that the one with the action figure?
You can get the one with the action. They may be sold out of those now because they do a very limited number of the action figures.
Okay.
And I've never bought one of the ones with an action figure because they're always really expensive. Although they did have, I don't remember what movie it was, but it had a Tom Atkins action figure.
Oh,
and I almost pulled the trigger on that, but I didn't have the extra money at the time that sold out because it was like $80. But
Thank God for that action figure. The things
Tom
that would have been done to it.
action figure. I would have had that son of a bitch. But yeah, it's a great release of My Bloody Valentine. It's got the theatrical version and the uncut version of the movie on there, and a lot of special features and stuff.
I actually just looked it up now, and they have a collector's edition, which is just a regular Blu-ray.
Mm-hmm.
And that looks kind of cool, but they do have a steelbook too. The Blu-ray is just $18, which isn't bad. The steelbook, like Rob said, oh yeah, okay, here we go. Special offer. This is Shout Factory. Okay. Order from shoutfactory.com and get exclusive limited edition NECA action figure and exclusive limited edition rolled up photograph, blah, blah, blah. Newly commissioned cover art plus free shipped. Oh, wow. Look at this. Okay, so I guess you can get the action figure?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, they do a limited number of those, and they usually sell out pretty quick, but I don't know. Maybe they still have some available.
Okay, I don't want to sidetrack us, but I'm also on their site right now, and they have an LGBTQ Pride edition of the Babadook.
Yeah,
which is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
They did that after. They did that. They've got a big sale going on right now too. I think it's still going on a lot of slasher movies. I was actually looking at that a couple of days ago. I don't remember exactly when the sale ends, but they had a real big sale going on a lot of slasher movies, so that was kind of cool. So you can get some stuff cheap. I really do. I like Scream Factory a lot. I buy a lot of their Blu-rays because they do an excellent job with them. But any of the collector's editions, they do a really good job with, and I really recommend if you're going to pick up My Bloody Valentine, that's the one to get.
Yeah, but $70, man.
Well, no, you don't have to get that though. You can just get the Blu-ray without the action figure. It's the one with the action figure is the one that's expensive.
Yeah, no. See, they also have just the steelbook without all that other shit, and that's $30. See, I would get that one.
Yeah,
that'd be my.
It looks like you can get the action figure alone for $40.
$40
sold out.
Oh, the fuckers!
No, yeah, it's sold out.
Yeah, no. Like I think. Well, Friday was different, I guess, but I don't know. It's really cool that they do shit like that because that's I got from Waxworks, Rob. I got the My Bloody Valentine record. I really like that. That's one of my favorites, the original My Bloody Valentine.
Yeah, I don't have that release from Waxworks yet, but that's a great company to get stuff from. As a matter of fact, speaking of that, I just got my Waxwork version of the new John Carpenter record in the mail today.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I got a ball trimmer in the mail today.
Yeah, the Tom Atkins came from Night of the Creeps. Had a Tom Atkins action figure, but it sold out. It was $70.
We don't want to talk about Tom Atkins.
Oh, that's all I want to talk about.
Hold on, where's my thing?
We know.
We know, Rob. You want to get it in with that Tom Atkins, don't you, boy? Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to this segment of we all look at Shout Factory or Scream Factory's website.
Yeah, right.
And tell you what we see.
Who does not sponsor this show, by the way? Yeah. So shame on them.
But if you would like to sponsor us, my request for our free movie is the LGBTQ Babadook. Excellent job.
That's only $12 too. That's not bad.
Yeah. I'm thinking about getting it. I might spend money this episode after all.
Yeah, I was trying to find if they still had that sale going on, because there were some titles I wanted to pick up that were really cheap, but I didn't see it on there, so maybe I missed out.
Well, poor Rob.
Yeah, I know. I always miss out on things.
Don't worry, Rob. I'm going to cheer you up right now.
Oh, boy. What are we doing now?
We are talking about the movie that we picked this week. Okay. And with the unfortunate news of that poll, I figured I had to piss you guys off one way or another. So we're doing Scream 4. Everybody has known the back and forth and slander that's been thrown to Scream 4 by my opposition here. And we are finally doing it. Kat, do you feel differently about it?
You're not going to like my answer, because I actually liked it a little bit less this time. Like there were parts of it. Overall, I liked it less this time. It's weird because I thought for sure when Scream 4 came out, I was very excited for it. I was disappointed, but I couldn't really put my finger on why. And after spending years getting a lot more analytical, and I spent some time as a professional film critic, and I thought I was going to have a clear list of points of like what exactly let me down about this time,
right?
Or I was going to change my mind. I figured it was going to be one of those two things, and I have a little bit of a better concept of what I was looking for, like what they kind of missed out on, but there's still kind of just like a vague sense of it didn't really feel that much like a Scream movie.
Yep.
It was like in the uncanny valley of Scream movies, where it was like, if this was a fan fiction that I was reading, I'd be like, wow, I can really see them saying all of these things, but like, I wouldn't quite believe it. That's kind of where it fell for me, where it was just like, okay.
Yeah, don't worry, Kat. I've got an entire list of things that I didn't like about this movie that we can go through.
And it's not terrible. I don't hate it by
no,
any means,
I don't dislike the movie. I think the movie's it's fine. It's just this whole thing started because we were arguing which one's better, Scream 2 or Scream 4.
Scream 4.
Oh,
Without a doubt, Scream 2 is better.
That was where I got really passionate about it, because I really like Scream 2. And Scream 4, it's fine. It's good. It's okay. I'm not gonna go to bat for it.
Well, I am, and you're about to fucking hear it. I was actually talking to a friend of mine today, and I was telling them we were doing Scream 4. They knew of our back and forth about the movie, and they also agreed that Scream 2 is better, which really pisses me off. But anyway,
right.
So I actually said to them, my hope is with this one that, because rewatches have been getting Kat a little bit lately, so my hope is she's going to rewatch this and feel completely different about it and love this movie. So there goes fucking strike one for me. Guys, I just don't know how, in all honesty, I don't know how you guys didn't think this felt like a Scream.
It does, because it doesn't. There are a number of reasons why it doesn't.
There's something in the beginning that I want to talk about, like the opening sequence for Scream 4, because it kind of it's a good symbol of my feelings about the movie as a whole, but I was able to like really hone in on it in the opening sequence, where they're going through and they're proving a point about meta horror and how it's overdone and how the audience expects what, and they're doing like all the fake outs, where it's and by the end of it, and I will say there were a lot of people that I forgot that were in Scream 4. So I didn't really forget they were in Scream 4, but when I was a kid, when Scream 4 came out, and it was like one of the first horror releases I was like looking forward to coming out, I didn't know a lot of actors. So there were a lot of people in it that I like now that I was like, oh, I didn't remember that they were the one in this, And I will say Kristen Bell, being in the intro was like a fun surprise, because I didn't remember that at all. But they're going through the intro, and they're doing all this stuff. And first of all, it bothered me a little bit, because I think one of the scariest shots in the movie was in the Stab 7 thing, where there's just like that one moment where she looks like right before she stabs her friend, where you can just sense that there's something off. There's just that little bit of unease. And I don't think it bodes well that my favorite shot of the movie was in the comedic, like self-referential joke movie and not in the movie. So that was that bothered me a little bit. But then also, by the time it got out to the point where we're watching like the actual movie, where we're watching Scream 4 and not an iteration of Scream 4 that's being made fun of, I didn't care anymore. Because it was like, you did a good job. You made your point about like how horror, how there are too many layers of this. You did, as commentary, it's excellent, but you did it too well. And now I'm removed. Like now I'm not engaged. So like they proved their point, but it was less satisfying. And that was a line that Scream and Scream 2 never crossed for me. Like they could prove that point and be entertaining.
Kat just said they did it too well. I'm mad.
They proved their point. Like there are problems in the horror genre that they demonstrated very well, but they demonstrated them to a level that I didn't like the movie as much.
Yeah, my favorite part of this movie came in those beginning fake out movies too, when that one girl was bagging on Saw 4 about how bad it was.
That I still say that's why Kat don't like this damn movie. I was just gonna get that
Saw
out of the way.
4, I get it. If it was no, and that was okay. So Saw 4, that brings me kind of to another point. They make a lot of fun horror movie references like they did in the other Scream movies, but they're not like, for a movie that's supposed to be, for a franchise that had been like so analytical about stuff, they're like, oh man, she's the angel of death. This is like Final Destination. And it's like, I don't think you watched Final Destination. Like, the horror movie references were just not good in this one.
Yeah,
also.
There are some problems with some of that stuff. I mean, at one point when he's playing the game with, I don't know any of these characters' names, but he's got a long-haired nerd strapped to a chair, and he's playing the asking trivia question games, and he asks what was the name of the movie that started the slasher craze. And the answer, according to the killer, is Peeping Tom. Now, Peeping Tom might very well be the first slasher movie ever. It's a very good movie, but it did not start the slasher craze in any way.
No one liked it.
Yeah, it ruined Michael Powell's career. He couldn't get work after that. And this was a guy who had made some amazingly praised films like The Red Shoes and Black Narcissist and The Life and Death of Colonel Blimp. And he couldn't get work after releasing Peeping Tom. Peeping Tom came out about a month before Psycho. And Psycho obviously had the opposite effect on Alfred Hitchcock's career. It just made him bigger. But Peeping Tom killed Michael Powell's career. And then we didn't really get any more slashers until the early 70s. That's hardly a craze.
And then she's also... not the point, but right after that, she's like, give me one more chance. Give me one more chance. And then she just starts listing movies before the questions even out. Just like, and then she's like, and then she's so surprised. She's like, yeah, you're mad because I got it right. You can't kill him because I got it right. I got it right, didn't I? And it's like, you just listed movies for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, if you list every movie made, you might have bounced on on the correct answer. Now, the Peeping Tom thing really bothered me because that is just completely incorrect.
Any of the multiple choice answers would have arguably been better than Peeping Tom.
Yeah. And I know that seems like a little thing to be bothered by, but
there were so many little things.
I had come to expect so much from Scream as a franchise to get those sort of things right.
Scream set the bar really high, and Scream 4 didn't commit to delivering all the way.
Yeah. Yeah, and I also feel kind of like referencing Peeping Tom was sort of like a way for them to wink and nod and be like, look how smart we are. We know about this obscure movie that not a lot of people know from 1960. But it doesn't matter because it still wasn't the correct answer to the question.
Well, I just want to say, I feel like at the beginning of this movie, like I said, I just don't know how you can say it didn't feel like a stream. At least at the very beginning. I mean, they brought it back to the Garage Door, the Stab movies, referencing the second and third movie, all that stuff. Like they brought so much of it back Then you cut to Woodsboro, like they give you that look at Woodsboro. And not to mention the body count in this thing, 3.5 minutes in, you get 2 kills. 5 minutes in, it's up to 3. 9 minutes in, it's up to 4. And then 11 minutes in, it's up to 5. You know, it had all the false stuff in the beginning, and which Scream kind of, I'm not going to sit here and say they started that, but they did it so well. Those little false moments, and they had those in there. I liked that they were able, because this movie came out in, when the hell is it? 2011. The Scream 3 came out in 2000. That's over a decade without a horror movie. Not a horror movie. The true slashers, you know, like the big ones, the top shelf slashers. And I know we had the Friday the 13th remake and all that shit in there too, but don't get me started on that. But those were so criticized and all that. So they didn't have anybody from the original cast. Now, this was Scream. Wes Craven's back. Neve Campbell, David Arquette, Courtney Cox, they're back. Everybody's back. This is like an original movie coming out again. You know, like it had that feel to it. Which not a lot of slashers can even do, even if they wanted. They maybe bring back 1 or 2 people. So it was such a big deal that one of the OGs were coming back to this. And at the time, there was shit coming out around 2010. So I think they set the table so well by telling you, kind of like what Kat mentioned, this is everything that's wrong with horror movies. And right after they told you what was wrong with them, they did it right.
Except for they didn't do it right. They just did it.
That's where we differ. Like having Wes Craven come back and having all the original cast come back, that's all great, but it doesn't make the movie good.
Well, no. I'm not talking about the movie in its whole. I'm saying in those opening scenes, like the stab stuff.
You touched on so they set the stage really well, and if they had followed through a little bit better, you talked about the body count, and that was also kind of a thing for me because and where, again, the referential component was very good. The commentary on the genre was excellent, on point, but it made it less entertaining because they're like, oh, you always have to outdo everything in a sequel. And when we do reboots, you know, like we've got to up the ante. We've got to do bigger and better and gorier. And there's got to be more blood. And this thing, we're going to obnoxiously narrate how much better we're going to do on this one. And the body count was way higher in Scream 4. It gets into the action very early, but Rob doesn't even know what Kirby's name is. Her name is Kirby. She's got like a little cartoon puffball name, and no one can remember what it was. I couldn't remember going in, and it's like, that seems... You don't know who anyone's name is, you know? And I still am referring to them, like, in my head, for the most part, as, like, the actors' names. Because they had an amazing cast, but there's no character development. Like, I don't care what anyone's going through to the extent that I did in Scream, or especially Scream 2.
It felt like it was stacked with a lot of characters so it could have a high body count.
Yeah, and if they had kept up that like character storytelling quality that we had seen in Scream and up to the body count, like that would have been a big ask, but it would have kept with that Scream tradition of here's what's wrong and here's how we do it better. And this one just felt like here's what's wrong and we're also doing it. Watch how smart we are for pointing out what's wrong. It's like,
yeah, I think the reason that I think it doesn't feel like a Scream movie is because they brought back the original cast. All the original actors are there,
right,
playing their roles, but they don't feel like the same characters. I don't think Dewey would be that dismissive of Gale.
Oh, no way.
As a character. It's just completely not his character. And they don't work together like they do in the other movies. Like Dewey's being the sheriff and he's off with the little deputy lady doing sheriff things. And Sydney's doing her whatever Sydney does in these movies. She sits around and watches everybody else die. And then Gale is teamed up with the AV nerds and is off doing her thing. And then you've got this whole other group of high school kids that are off doing their thing. They're not together. Like in Scream 3, which is a bad movie. But it got the feeling of a Scream movie right because even the new characters that they brought in meshed into the group of existing characters that we already knew. So the actors that were in the movie, the stab movie that was being made in Scream 3, were working together with the original cast that we already knew. They don't do that in this movie.
And I don't remember, I'm sure it was Mikey that said this because it was in defense of Scream 4. I don't remember when it got said, but you were talking about like it being a passing the torch film, and they didn't do that either. It wasn't like, hey, we're not meshing because here's a new generation to carry on our legacy or like to talk about or to follow. It was like, hey, here are two separate groups of people, and also fuck the new guys because we're here.
No, that was
they didn't pass a torch at all.
No. That was my thought for Scream 5.
Okay.
That I think
I will retract that.
When they went into Scream 4, though, they did hype it in interviews as a passing of a torch to start a new trilogy.
Even the poster
of films. Huh?
The poster too was all the new. Well, I don't know the main pub, but one of the posters out were the new characters lined up.
That was the way they were hyping it up. Now, why we never got the other two, I don't know, and I don't know what their plans were. But this movie showed absolutely no sign of passing a torch to anyone.
No.
And
that's why. And like I said, I did see a poster, which I don't remember ever seeing before, but everyone remembers the original with them all lined up. I know what you did last summer, bit off of it. Embarrassing.
Yeah, every movie from the 90s did after the 2000s.
Right.
After Scream came out, yeah.
Yeah, so they did, that was a thing for this one also. I'd never seen that before, but I seen it today. I mean, I don't see how you could have made this a pass the torch movie because everybody fucking died.
Well, I told you how they could have done that a long time ago. If Sydney had been the killer,
could have been the killer.
I don't want
they would have passed it on to the character played by Emma Roberts, who, by the way, is super hot with dark hair and crazy.
Crazy? Jesus.
Yeah. The way she was all crazy with her dark hair, I was like, who is this girl? And I looked it up and I was like, that's Emma Roberts? Holy crap.
I will say Emma Roberts was one of the like surprise things because I didn't know who Emma Roberts was when I watched Scream 4 the first time and going back and being like, oh, that's Emma Roberts.
Yeah. Give her a little bit of crazy and some dark hair and she's right up my alley.
I think we're going back to Rob's porn choices now.
But no, that's how they passed the torch. Sydney has finally snapped. She's the killer. And you pass that torch on to her cousin, played by Emma Roberts, whatever the hell the character's name is, going forward into the new trilogy. They didn't do that, so they didn't pass any kind of torch. So they just killed all the new people and left the same old cast still alive.
Hear me out, though. Here also, because there was also an interesting option in letting Emma Roberts, if she had gotten away with it, like completely, and not been killed, like if they just hadn't continued the movie quite as long as they did, and then Sydney wakes up as like an epilogue or whatever, and then Emma Roberts is trying to kill her for the rest of the franchise, I also would have watched that.
Yeah,
but
I would have watched that.
There were options. There were a lot of options, and they didn't really take any of them. And also, it bothered me that the Lemon Square lady survived.
Yeah, I kind of liked the Lemon Square lady. She was good for some laughs.
She could have died. That would have been fine.
You know, that would have been interesting because it would have been the first time we get a repeat Ghostface.
Yeah.
Which would have been, that would have been kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, but I don't know what their plans were for the other two movies going forward. So it's hard for me to say they should have done this or they should have done that. I just know what I was hoping to see, and what I got was more of the same.
Well, they just had so much setup in it where it was like the killer is the one making the movie now, you know, and if she could have, you know, if she's like, well, if Sydney's going to be the final girl, I'm going to use this chance instead of trying to murder someone and then figure out how to cover it up later until I die. I'm just going to take the fame of being a killer and I'm going to kill my cousin, who I obviously have some issues with anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, which is weird because she says at the beginning of the movie she doesn't even really know her.
Doesn't know her.
Yeah, and then I thought it was weird that she was staying at their house. Does she know the mom? I guess, does she have a better relationship with the mom? Because if some family member of mine showed up and was like, "Hey, I'm going to be in town. I'm going to stay at your house," I'm like, get the fuck, get a hotel, dickhead.
You're famous. You're on a book tour. Like, get a hotel room.
Yeah. Staying with me. I don't know who the hell you are.
See, this is where I disagree with Rob on this also. I actually noted, I don't see it right now, but it's I thought that it was impressive that they were able to stay so true to these characters after so long.
I didn't get that at all. From it, I think Gail was pretty much Gail. She seemed the same. Sydney was pretty much Sydney because, like I said, most of what she does in these movies is just watch other people die. But Dewey was so far out of character for me.
Well, he's a sheriff now.
That was not Dewey at all. The Dewey that was in this movie.
Frustrating to watch Sydney just be more like Sydney while her arc was also reinventing herself.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh man, I sure did reinvent myself a whole bunch and I'm not going to be a victim anymore. But if my cousin stabs me, I'll just stand there and take it. That's okay.
Well, I mean, I guess
it's family.
Well, that's the thing. It's family. I mean, could you imagine, Kat, if your cousin just came out of nowhere and stabbed you?
If my cousin monologued to me about how much my cousin was jealous and was going to kill me and then killed their boyfriend, I would not stand still while she stabbed me. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
I love my cousin. I have a better relationship with my cousin than Sydney has with hers. But she wouldn't I wouldn't take a stabbing from her.
I won't go in a room with any of my cousins unless I have at least 2 knives.
Jesus. Imagine having Bobby as your cousin.
No, I think, Dewey doesn't feel like the same character to me. And like I said, the fact that they weren't working together this time around just made it feel like not a Scream movie at all. Those were the 2 things that I think really, more than anything else, sunk this for me as a Scream film.
It did a number on the runtime, having all those extra characters and like the 2 things. I felt like this movie was really long. Like on the rewatch.
Well, the 3rd act went on for too long. They could have wrapped that up much faster than they did.
Yeah.
I mean, get out of that house quicker to get to the hospital quicker, if that's the ending you're going to have, because it seemed like they were in that house at the end forever. Even after the killers were revealed, it just kept going on and on with her monologuing about bullshit.
Her monologuing and then her beating herself up too.
Yeah.
Where I was like, it lasted long enough that it was like, I was like, maybe if it goes on a little bit longer, it'll be funny, but it never quite reached that comedic element. So it was just long.
Although I will say those are some of the scenes that I found her to be the hottest in because she was the craziest.
Oh, dear God, Rob, put it away.
Sweet Jesus.
I really, another thing that I don't understand that coming from you guys. Kat, for you to say that opening, whichever stab thing it was, for you to say that was your, I don't remember how you put it, memorable part, whatever, your favorite part, I don't know. But
I think it was the tensest moment.
So you guys aren't going to give Olivia's death anything?
I don't know who the fuck Olivia is, so no.
The one who
very quickly
the one who died across the street when they were watching through the window, dude. That
was good.
It was a good surprise.
That was
but
amazing.
It wasn't tense.
Yeah,
I didn't feel that tension.
No, but I thought it was a really good scene. I liked, when he says I'm in the closet, that whole thing, sort of.
And it was a good line. It was like a good Scream line. I didn't say it was your closet, it was a good line. There were good moments.
And then them all being, in the house next door looking through the window, but there's nothing they could do. I mean, they didn't have to watch.
Yeah, they didn't have to watch, and they could have made it over there a lot sooner.
Yeah. I mean, I did like that. I did like that scene. Yeah. But again, it's a scene. It doesn't make a whole movie.
No, I wasn't saying it though.
Tense.
I mean, because there were some kills that I like. Like, I like that. I liked Anthony Anderson when he got the knife in the head.
Oh, yeah.
That was cool. Yeah. And his partner getting killed before that, that was kind of and the ant through the mail slot, that was pretty cool. But, I mean, I liked, there was a lot of that kind of stuff that I did like, but to me, when you're the 4th movie in a franchise and the characters don't act like they have in the other 3 movies, it throws the whole thing off.
And the thing with the kills too is because that felt more to me, and this might have been like a large cast thing. It felt more like Friday the 13th kills to me than like Ghostface kills. And I think a big part of it is because I didn't know the characters real well. Like, I didn't remember anybody's name. I didn't have a large emotional investment in anyone except for the people who were already monologuing about themselves. And then, you know, like, I've already forgotten her name again. Olivia?
Oh, the chick.
Olivia?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it was a good scene. It was a good death. It was cool. Like, I remembered it. I knew it was coming because I remembered it even from the first time I watched this back in like 2011. But it had no emotional impact in me. And it was the same with the aunt, you know, like, I knew who she was relation-wise. I didn't know her name. I didn't care that much that she was dead.
I didn't care that any of them were dead.
And I had that, like, especially for named characters, you know, and they did a lot of fake outs, you know, and you kind of know that they're coming. But even, you know, when you thought Gail was going to die or whatever, it's like, I was more sad about losing her from the franchise than I was about, like, actually watching her death, because the character development just, it wasn't there.
See, I remember when I went to the theater to watch this one. Like, I was super excited. And that scene, the Olivia scene I was talking about, I remember sitting in the theater and going, and even, like, you know, the attack on her was, you know, that was cool and all. Like, it was aggressive and all. Like, it was really cool to see. But it was more the aftermath when Sydney's in the room and you see the blood everywhere and her guts on the bed. I remember looking at that and going, Ghostface is fucking back. Like, that's what I remember. And, you know, I think them coming back as much as they did, because Scream, like you guys mentioned, wasn't really a super high kill count movie. Scream 1 had 8, Scream 2 had 10, and so did Scream 3. This movie, Scream 4, had 14. You know, that's closer to double, you know, almost, and, you know, so it's a decent amount more. I feel like they came back saying, we got to go balls to the walls, you know, because, and I, you know, I really don't blame them for that, man. I really don't.
There's a device, there's advice that people get in storytelling, a show don't tell. They said balls to the wall like 16 times more than they showed it, though.
Yeah, here's my thing with that is, I don't care about the kill count usually in horror movies. Favorite of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies is New Nightmare, and there's very few in that. Right. What, 4?
Yeah.
Overall? There were only 4 in Nightmare on Elm Street too.
But they mean something when they happen.
Yeah, I get that. But
I'm invested in those characters, and so they mean more. The stakes are much higher. So with 14, those stakes aren't high at all to me. I mean, like, I literally don't know the names of any of the characters outside of the original cast. You know, and some of those kills were Sydney's publicist, who I don't even know if she gets a name in the movie. And
she was another one too. It was nice to see.
But she's in like
Alison Brie.
She's in like 2 scenes, and so why do I care if she gets murdered or not?
But do you always have to care?
Well, it just has more impact. It makes it more meaningful.
I mean,
I cared in Scream.
I mean, no, I don't always
not for
have
every single one.
I don't always have to care. I mean, my favorite franchise is Friday the 13th.
Right.
but with Scream movies, I expect to be drawn into these characters more. So it's, again, that's part of it not feeling like a Scream movie.
But see, I don't mind, because you're right about the Friday the 13th thing. And that's kind of I definitely look at this as Friday the 13th meets Scream. You know, in a more, you know, modernized setting, obviously. But I don't know, man. I didn't mind it. Like, I really do not mind sitting down and watching a bunch of people fucking die for no reason in movies. Like, it doesn't bother me. And I've always, we mentioned Corner Pocket earlier. He was always on the show saying it didn't mean anything. It didn't mean anything. And, you know, I get it. Like, there's definitely a large amount of space for that in horror movie. Trust me, I understand. Being an original Scream fan, I get it, but it would be so, because we talked about it. Was this supposed to be a passing the torch movie? Maybe there were plans at some point we would see evidence of, but I mean, dude, everybody died. So obviously that went out the window somewhere along the fucking way, and they were content with saying, okay, we're just going to stick with the original. So is it really the worst thing in the world to just, like, how are they going to further on these three people's story? Like, it's impossible. And especially in 2011, like, kids who are going to see that might not even have seen the original Scream movies. So it's like, I seen the conundrum they were in with that, and maybe the only way out of that would have been to pass the torch. But for whatever reason, they didn't do it. I'm kind of, I don't know. I want to know how you guys feel about that, the whole passing of the torch thing, because we're seeing it get more accepted with Candyman. That looks like it's going to be a passing of the torch thing. It's hard for me to let go, man. Like, I don't want to see him go like that.
Yeah, I get that, but I also don't want to see, as much as I love David Arquette, I don't want to see a 75-year-old David Arquette limping around the set of the Scream movie.
I don't want the nursing home edition of Scream in another decade when.
Yeah, I eventually it's got to happen. I mean, we're looking at it with Jamie Lee Curtis as we speak.
Yeah, I mean, I think that by the end of the this new Halloween trilogy, we're going to get the passing of the torch. I think that the movies are going to shift towards her granddaughter's character.
Well, they're saying this upcoming one is going to be that. But, speaking of that, this upcoming Halloween, we're hearing more and more. We've talked about it during our news segments for a while now. Everyone said we had James Jude Courtney, who plays Michael Myers, on the show a few months ago. He even said this is going to be Halloween on steroids. I mean, it's kind of seems like it's going to be a Scream 4.
Okay, but they actually passed the torch first.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and also, I don't mind that in a Halloween movie. I think that what we're doing is we're talking about two different things. I think you're talking about Scream 4 overall as a movie. And as a movie, I don't Scream 4. I think it's good.
It's entertaining.
As a Scream movie, it's not good. That's what I'm saying. And I don't mind a high body count in a Halloween film or a Friday the 13th film. Death for no reason doesn't matter to me in those franchises. It's not what I expect from a Scream movie. And that's why I say this doesn't feel like a Scream movie.
I think they were able to, and I see all that. Don't get me wrong, I do. But like I said, I'm able to detect, because there's no way 11 years later they could have came out with the same thing. The society was different. They had to reintroduce this franchise to, not a whole new audience, because I'm sure, me, you, and Kat are the ones who went to, the majority of the people that seen it were fans of the original. But, there's new kids, man. They're looking for demographics, all that bullshit. I get that. But I don't know, man. I noticed the space they were in and what they had to do. There was just that's the disadvantage. I think there's a big advantage of being able to carry on a cast throughout 4 movies, because we don't see horror movies do that ever as a franchise.
No, that's impressive.
In a way, it is. But it's also a disadvantage with points like this.
I mean, maybe, but I feel like you're saying that they felt like they had to do something different. That's fine. Do something different, but still, it has to still feel like a Scream movie. It has to feel the same. And if you can't figure out a way to do that, then don't make this movie.
Come on. I don't know if you could go as far as saying this movie shouldn't have been made.
No, I'm not necessarily saying that, but I'm saying that what they gave me, if they had given it another title with different actors and different characters, it would have been fine. As a Scream movie, it's not.
Scream and Scream 2 set the bar very, very high for Scream movies.
Yeah, I mean, I've said before, that opening sequence of Scream, the original with Drew Barrymore, is one of the greatest things in any horror movie ever made.
Agreed.
It's incredible. And there's nothing in this movie that even comes close to that.
It seems like the problem you guys have with it is when you're coming out with a movie so much time later, you have to change. So much has changed, you have to change something, obviously. Jason X, New Nightmare, as much as Rob hates it, Halloween, Resurrection.
Fuck that movie.
You got to do something different. Some have hit, some have missed. But I think you guys' problem is they didn't change enough if they were going to change. Is that correct?
No, my problem is it's just an execution. They knew what story they wanted to tell, and they told it instead of like showing it. They pointed out all the flaws, and then they didn't improve on them, and it shows. And it's a good concept for a Scream film. Like if you pitched it, I'd be like, yeah, absolutely, make this, because on paper it's solid enough, but it's just, I don't know. It needed some serious tweaks.
I also think that maybe you have to change some stuff all those years later, but you can still make it feel like a part of the franchise. I mean, we just got a Halloween movie that came out 40 years after the original, and it has that feeling of the original movie.
It feels like an updated Halloween movie. They did a really good job with it. And Scream 4 doesn't really, it doesn't have that. And I will say one of the lines, I talked about it a little bit in regards to the intro where they were pointing out flaws and stuff. And I felt that way again. There's the one line in there that I did really appreciate. The first rule to a remake is not to fuck with the original. And it resonated with me so strongly that at first I was like, they did it. They pulled off a masterpiece. Like, they shouldn't have fucked with the original. And then I realized it only resonated with me because I felt like they had been doing that the entire runtime of the movie. And it was like, oh, well.
Yeah. There was a lot of monologuing by characters in this movie and a lot of really bad dialogue. Did anybody else feel that? Or was that just me? But I thought the dialogue at times in this movie was just horrendous.
Dewey and Gail are on the phone, and he, like, goads her and then is mad and surprised when she hangs up on him.
Yeah.
And it's like, what were you expecting to happen?
Yeah. There were some really cringeworthy lines throughout. I felt, and again, that doesn't feel like Scream because Kevin Williamson is... well, at least was back in the day known as a very sharp screenwriter.
Also, Lemon Square Lady had a bunch of those really cringy lines.
I felt it with her.
She could have died.
You guys leave Lemon Square Lady alone. She's fine.
I don't know, guys. I really don't know what the hell to say to you after this. I really don't.
No. And one of my other favorite moments in the movie, by the way, just as a sidebar, is when towards the beginning of the movie, Dewey's cell phone rings and it's playing Axel F, the theme song from Beverly Hills Cop. I popped for that pretty hard.
That was fun.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's awesome. That's exactly what Dewey would have on his phone as his ringtone. And I wish I was watching Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, God.
That was the best reference in Scream 4, wasn't a horror movie reference. They messed up a little bit there.
I want to, maybe this is something we can agree on. I don't fucking know anymore. But do you guys at least think they nailed Ghostface in this? And by that, I mean, like, obviously the appearance, they really didn't change anything. But they gave him a CGI knife, which was kind of cool. This was the first one they did. Well, bravo. Which, by the way, not to get too far off my point, even though we're probably going to, I think, see, like, shit like that. Okay, fuck my point, I guess. Shit like that, I think, is what made this really good. Because, the CGI knife, it was great because I didn't notice it at all, really. Just watching it didn't come across like that. But they took shit like that and did so well with it. You know what I mean? Like, little shit like that. Even the kills, like, a few of them. The Olivia kill and even the publicist. It's like there's horror movies who have really cool kills, and then there's shit like this that Wes Craven does, where there's layers to the kills. You know, like Michael Myers kind of did it, where he'd kill somebody and it's great. You had the kill was awesome and looked phenomenal. That's great. And then the body will just fall out of somewhere later and you get another scare out of that kill. There were layers to it with Carpenter, and there's layers to it with Wes Craven, which he showed really well. Because, you had the kill with Olivia, then you had the aftermath of it. And it's like, oh shit, and then another oh shit. Even the publicist, like that whole scene of him toying with her, I think was really fucking cool in that parking garage. Then you get the kill. Like, it was fast, it was quick, it was Ghostface, in and out. And then you get that little press conference thing that Dewey's doing outside, and then boom, the body on the news truck. I feel like shit like that is so underrated in movies like this. And that's what new movies don't do. You get a cool kill and then it's over with. You get that moment. It's really cool. All right, great. You have one good kill in the whole fucking movie. And then that was it. And as to Wes Craven, they can let those moments linger a little bit and get a few oohs and ahs out of them instead of one big bang. So I feel like the technique of it, can you guys at least give me that? Like, they had moments of that in here too.
Well, Wes Craven knows how to make a movie. I don't think anybody's going to argue about that.
Right.
But I don't even understand the point of a CGI knife. Like, to me, that just sounds like a lot of work that you have to do that isn't necessary. Get a fucking prop knife.
It sounds like one of those, like, laziness that accidentally ends up being more work.
Yeah, like, I don't even understand. What's the fucking point of a CGI knife? I didn't notice it, though, so you're right about that.
Right.
But
it could have been bad.
I wasn't looking for it either, because who the fuck would CGI a knife?
Well, Wes Craven.
Seems stupid to me. Seems like there's absolutely no point in that.
I don't know. I'm sure Ghostface is so in and out and quick with things. Like I said, I didn't notice it either. To be honest, even all the times I rewatched it, I never even thought to look for it. It's just one of those things where, like, CGI is such a touchy thing in horror movies, and it's so often done so fucking badly that if I don't notice it, it's done well. It's the way I look at it.
I will say I am a little bit impressed, because usually CGI doesn't age well.
Right.
The fact that we're watching this like 10 years later and the first thing we noticed wasn't the CGI knife.
Right.
But again, I question the necessity for one.
Yeah, that's like hey, we can do this, so let's do it. But
let's do it.
Nobody went, why? Why the fuck would we do that? Putting a knife on screen is pretty fucking easy.
I guess, but I would like to see some of the scenes where they used it, what it would look like if they didn't. And don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here acting like you're gonna be like, oh my god, that's so much better. But I'm sure. I'm just saying the I don't even know the word I'm looking for. Just the savvy. And it was probably, I would imagine, a good portion goes to Wes Craven and the people he chose to put in charge of this stuff too. The savvy of that. Like, this was just a movie where it's like, where people say there's layers to shit. Like, there's layers to shit, man. And that's why I feel the shit like that Scream did, in Scream 4 specifically, like, I can't put it too many tiers lower than a top tier movie, man. I just can't do it.
No, I don't know. As far as the characterization of Ghostface goes, I don't know. Ghostface is, to me, I like the costume, but to me that's all Ghostface is a costume, because it's always somebody different. So you can do anything with the character and be like, well, it was a different person, so of course they walked different or they acted different.
I actually do have one small complaint about Ghostface in this one. And it's subtle. I don't feel quite as passionately about it as I do with the other complaints that I've had. But I do think Ghostface, I think, was a perfect slasher, because he was very much on the fence of being completely indestructible and being human.
Right.
Like, he was the perfect top of the fence for that, where it was like, he was powerful enough that you were afraid of him. He was a threat. You never knew what he would do next, like you never knew what he could and couldn't survive, but you could believe that a real person could feasibly do these things. Ghostface, because of the way that it was edited, I guess this is more of an editing complaint specifically than a Ghostface complaint, but because of, like, it was just edited in a way that made Ghostface seem supernaturally fast. And it wasn't like supernaturally fast, like, oh, that's really quick for a human, but I believe it could happen. It was supernaturally fast, like, oh, there's no trace of me. The door is open, and that's how you know I got away. Like,
yeah.
It pushed it just a little bit too far. And I think that was mostly an editing thing, you know?
Yeah. Especially because sometimes it was that long-haired nerdy guy, and he's not athletic enough to move that fast.
He cannot move that fast.
No, there's no way.
I could see that. I mean, but see, at the same time, I think I'm not mad about it, only because it's like, it's almost unfair. Because you look at Michael Myers. Michael Myers is just a dude, but then it's like, is he? You know, he's gone through all this bullshit, and he's still fucking roaming around and doing his thing. So I kind of like that they gave him that, you know, little extra oomph. You know what I mean? Like, so but I could see, I could definitely see, because Michael Myers it's not fair to put Ghostface and Michael Myers in the same cat. Like, you just can't, you know. Like,
No, I have always had this problem with Ghostface, in that because it's always somebody different, it's a different, you know, person wearing the Ghostface costume in every film. I've never really felt like there is I don't know, like Ghostface to me doesn't have specific mannerisms or movements like Michael Myers. Like when I sit down and watch a Halloween movie, I expect Michael to move in a certain way, you know, and to react to things in a certain way. With Ghostface, I've never really expected that because it's always somebody different.
Well, see, here's my thing with Ghostface and why I brought it up. The mind games. I mean, yeah, you know, it's a different person, and I've always kind of felt that too, where it's like, it's just a knock on him. You know, it just kind of sucks knowing that. But living in the Scream universe, you know, Ghostface, dude, the mind games that he plays, I think, are so much more impactful. Because you got to think, like, when Jason's around, or Myers is around, or even Freddy, you know, he's there. He's menacing you. He's stalking you. Whatever they're doing, they're there doing it. Like, Ghostface is on the phone. You don't even see him with a lot of the shit that he's doing. You know, so I think that they nailed the mind games of Ghostface to a T. Like, he was Ghostface. Like, going around turning...
Except for...
What happened?
Except for he was Ghostface, but without the knowledge of horror movies.
Right, yeah, except for with the wrong answers, yeah.
Well, to be fair, they nailed that too, because they're a bunch of fucking high school kids. They don't know shit anyway, and they think they do.
Yeah,
so, I mean, that's on par.
That is a good point. That does sound like the film nerd in high school, right? Who wants to name some obscure movie.
It sounds like high school kids in general. They think they know the fucking world, and they don't know dick.
Yeah. Yeah, you kids.
Yeah. But, I mean, can I at least get that from you guys, that they nailed the character of Ghostface well in this movie?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any complaints about Ghostface in this movie at all.
Okay.
Yeah, with the one exception, I do think they did a pretty good job. And like, this is something I've been complaining a lot about Scream 4, because I feel like I have to. There's that part of me that's very defensive.
Right.
Because of Scream 2, where it's like, I want to talk about on the show where Scream 4 failed me that Scream 2 did not.
Okay.
But I do like Scream 4, and one of the things that I did really like is that Ghostface, it is hard to nail down like an exact character for Ghostface, because they have all been different,
right.
But he's entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
The mind games are entertaining. I liked watching what Ghostface was up to. I wish he'd been just like a little bit more believable, but it was a good time. Like, that they got that down.
All right. I'll take what I can get at this point, because you guys are talking about, you might as well be doing the show in Chinese at this point to me. I don't understand it. Unbelievable.
And Emma Roberts was really good.
Oh, she was phenomenal.
Yeah, she was.
Oh, Rob, I'm going to have to get the hose on you in a minute. All right. I'm going to get you wet in a minute. Okay.
Yeah. I am a big fan now.
Yeah, you are. Take it easy there. You know what? Hold on. Stop it.
Come on.
Shout out to Katie Featherston.
Oh, no.
The only other thing, can I bring up another good thing that I'm hoping you guys agree with before we wrap it up? Every time I talk about Scream, I have to get this out. Scream, and I don't give a fuck what either of you say, Scream has the best blood of any horror movie. In appearance.
It looks good.
It's got good blood.
It got
Yeah.
perfect blood.
Yeah, it does look good. I'm trying to think, and I can't think of any movie that pops in mind
Right.
that does it better.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if it doesn't stand out, it's just something about it. And Dismay, who used to do the show, she dabbled in, effects and all that stuff. And she, with her experience in it, she always said that it's difficult to make blood look good. And I never really thought about it until I was like thinking, like, wow, yeah, I remember a couple movies where the blood looked like shit. And it is. And it just stands out. Like they have that perfect deep red, and it's the perfect amount of liquidy to gooey. And I don't know. It's always stood out to me with Scream.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right about that. It does look good.
Gotcha, you son of a bitch. See? Gotcha.
Yep, you win.
That's right. I win. Yeah, this is barely a win for me. I can't think of anything else I really had to bring up, guys.
I think I've said my piece on this movie.
Okay.
It's a good horror movie. It's not a good Scream movie. It's not the worst in the franchise, though. It's better than 3.
You had to kick me in the nuts on the way out, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see how it is. You wait until I'm on your show. Whoa. I got something for you, Rob. You don't know what it is yet, but I got something for you.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah, that's really... Oh, the only other thing I want to say is it'd be cool to go to a Stabathon. That'd be fucking awesome. Or Screamathon.
I thought the same thing. That would be fun. I would do that.
Are you guys going to come to my Valentine's Day all day Saw marathon?
Oh,
16 hours of Saw.
I'm going to be down at the bus station trying to pick up a lady.
Are you doing that live anywhere, Kat, or are you just chilling doing it? What is that?
No, I did it live 1 year, and Twitch freaked out on me. So
That's got to be a copyright problem.
Yeah.
Well, no. Are any of them on Amazon Prime?
With my one follower. They're on... Who was it? Someone just picked them up. HBO? Was it HBO? Was it Hulu?
HBO.
Yeah. But no, this year I'm planning on just sitting at home doing it, watching them. Because no one ever comes to them. Like,
well,
I can't ever get anybody to watch.
It's hard to get, man, it's so hard to get people to fucking do shit. Like, it is amazing how fucking lazy the world is. But I will say this, Amazon Prime, if it's on Prime Video, I think if you have Prime, you can, Twitch does let you do watch-alongs now where you can watch movies. But the problem with it is, A, it has to be on Prime. B, the person watching it also has to fucking have Prime.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because they've also got, Amazon has just a thing called Watch Party.
Yes.
Where you can invite friends to watch a movie with you, but everybody has to be a Prime member, or if it's like a movie you have to pay for, everybody has to rent it.
Oh, get the fuck out. Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, and I didn't use, I said Twitch. I think it was like Rabbit or whatever it was.
Oh, I love
watched
Rabbit.
like a watch along app.
Yeah.
I'm smarter than to just stream copyrighted stuff on Twitch, but
I'm not.
I like the
You're not smart enough to stay awake either.
Fuck you, that's true.
It was just it was like a lot of setup, and then the connection sucked, and it was a nightmare. So
yeah,
for the one person that watched with me, it was too much effort.
I miss Rabbit. I'm so sad it's gone. It was highly illegal though.
There are other services that are very similar.
Are there?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Send them my
I don't
way.
even remember which one it was that I was using, but
I'll send you something. I'll find it, because I actually just did a watch along thing with some people.
Oh, did you?
I mean, I didn't host it or anything, but I watched some other people host it, and they used a site.
Rob, remember the time I thought I was cute and I was gonna do a watch along of Friday the 13th on YouTube?
Oh yeah, Neil. Well, how long did it take? About 20 seconds?
Yeah, about that.
I don't even think the Paramount logo got off the screen.
Yeah, I thought I was cute, man. I was like, man, ain't nobody gonna fucking find this. Fuck YouTube. I'm gonna go ahead and boom. Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. And I didn't even realize it. Rob messaged me going, what happened? I'm like, what happened? and I refreshed the screen, gone. Wow.
Yep. No time at all. They pulled that shit down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And something tells me, Kat, if I attended your Saw marathon, you wouldn't have as much fun as you would if you did it by yourself.
Oh no, Rob will hop in my Twitch stream when I'm streaming games. He will do nothing but root against me and talk shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. Are you kidding me? I can't wait to see Mikey get killed in the game.
Oh yeah, it'll be a good time.
That just seems better than a Stabathon to me.
I mean, just an event like that where you got a bunch of people in ghost face masks and shit, and it's like that's cool.
Yeah.
Like,
I do wish we had something like that.
That would be fun. The closest thing I know of to that is there are a couple of 24-hour horror movie marathons. I go to one every year in Columbus, Ohio. They didn't do it this year, obviously, but that's a lot of fun. Starts at noon on Saturday, wraps at noon on Sunday.
See, I've done like I did the Avengers one, and I did because I didn't know all the problems I was going to have with the new Star Wars things. I did the like all day Star Wars run and for Force Awakens when it came out. But they're never the horror ones you have to like look up and be aware of, and I don't see advertisements for them.
No, there's not a lot. I don't even remember how I stumbled across the one in Columbus. I've done it like the last 3 years that they've had it, and it's a lot of fun. There's also one in Chicago. I think it's at the Music Box, which is an awesome old theater that I still want to go to. So maybe I'll check that one out if things ever open up again.
hey man, we could do our own fucking Stabathon one day. Never know.
Could.
Never know.
Could.
We'll all get a bunch of people together, sell tickets, and get a bunch of liquor, and everybody watch Scream 4 and be in awe about how great it is.
We can do it
we could just
for
show
the premiere
movies.
of Five Cream.
Yeah, we could just show all the movies. Oh, damn it. I wanted to call this movie 4 Cream.
Well,
I thought about that all day. I was like, I can't wait to drop 4 Cream on them. And then I forgot to say it.
Oh my god! I'm sorry, that's funny to me. It dropped 4 Cream on him. What's the matter with you? How did you save that for the fucking Manscaped ad? What the
I don't
hell?
know, man. Because I had the bus station thing came up during the Manscaped ad.
Holy shit! I feel like that has to be bleeped.
I don't think so. That's
Dirty
okay.
bastard, you.
I don't even remember what the hell we were talking about now, but it would be fun to do like a slasher radio festival, and we could play all the movies we're always bitching about and talking about all the time.
Oh yeah, I'll
we
stand.
Play Rubber. We could do Scream.
Oh.
We could do Scream 4. We could do Cabin in the Woods. We could do Bride of Chucky.
Hold on. I'm not liking this anymore. Bride of Chucky's okay. I mean, you listed a lot of movies I don't like now. Everyone's going to be going to the bathroom around rubber time. I can tell you that right now.
We can show The Thing.
Oh, yeah, great. And the Leprechaun. That'll be the grand finale.
Leprechaun. We could do Leprechaun.
Yep.
All the movies we're always talking about and arguing about.
I don't think we could do. See, I love Blair Witch, and I think Camp Counselor Greg might stab somebody during that movie. So I don't know.
I like Blair Witch too. I don't know what his problem is with that.
I don't know either. But, you know what the grand finale will be?
What?
The fucking hunt.
Oh yeah. That'd be the perfect way to end it.
Yep.
Oh, hold on. if I have to watch Emma Roberts disappoint me in a movie, I would rather it be Scream 4. Right?
Oh,
I get that.
Kat, what did I?
I'm kidding. She did a good job in Scream 4. It was just the writing that disappointed.
He really, really did.
I was going to ask what I did to deserve that, but I brought up the fucking hunt. Sorry.
Yeah, you deserve that.
I did. I'm sorry. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know. We could, if we could do an Emma Roberts just movie marathon. I'd be down for that. We can show Holiday.
No.
I don't think so. Yeah. I can't get over 4 Cream. Drop 4 Cream on him. Guys, I got nothing else to say about this.
Yeah, clearly we're out.
Yeah.
Out.
Thank the Lord. Well, I want everybody to know, I still fucking say Scream 4 is better than Scream 2. So
Okay, you need to rewatch Scream 2.
I did. I told you I watched them back to back on each other.
You need to rewatch it
Again.
until you understand.
Like waterboarding? What the hell's going on here? Jesus. I stand by. Can we get a quick point?
Will you at least tell me, please, just so that I can sleep tonight, that you understand that Randy Meeks is a better character than Kirby?
Oh, yeah.
Can we get that far?
Oh,
okay.
I would never argue otherwise. Yeah.
I'll take that as a win.
Oh, yeah.
Randy is better than whoever you said.
Buckman's down with the bitches and hoes. Come on, man. Malibu's the most wanted. How the hell am I going to vote against that?
All right.
Yeah. All right.
So can we get a quick Portnoy round the horn real quick? This is a long one.
Yeah. 6.8.
Yeah. Cat, don't do me like that, Cat, please.
See, it's hard because I've had so many complaints about it that I feel like my score is a little bit lower than it normally will be. I'm going to adjust for that. I'm going to give it like a 7.4.
Holy shit!
Because I like it normally. I wanted to say 7, like an even 7 is where I'm at with it right now. But it's entertaining. I had a lot of complaints today, but I don't. It's good.
I would have been happy with the 7, to be honest. That is a lot. I thought you were going to be lower than Rob.
No, I liked it. I really did.
I liked it too. 6.8 ain't bad. It's better than half.
That was bullshit. You know what? And this is me being completely objective. I'm going to give this movie a 9.1.
Fuck you.
I'm dead ass serious, man. It's a fucking 9 all day.
It is.
No.
I don't know what happened to you.
I'm telling you, man. Maybe we got to watch it again together. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe just Scream 2.
God, Scream 2. Anyway, guys, go check us out at slasherradio.com. Our shop is open. We had a couple of purchases. This is fucking awesome. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. All right, so go check us out. You can go to slasherradio.com to find the shop also. There's a tab up there for the shop, or you could just go to, I think, slasherradio.com/shop. It helps us out. Just support the show, damn it. I mean, that's all I really have to say. Also, follow us on Twitter at @SlasherRadio. If you're listening to us on iTunes, it'll take, before we're done with these plugs, you can give us a review. It really does help us with reaching a larger audience, and people are listening to the show. So if you enjoyed the show and you feel more people should hear it, give us a review. We appreciate that. That helps us out more than you think. So take the 3 seconds out to hit the damn start. And follow me on Twitter at Mikey's Dead. Rob, where do they find you?
I'm on Twitter at RadioRob123. You can also listen to my other show, This Horror Life, which can be found wherever you get podcasts. So, for instance, wherever you're listening to Slasher Radio right now. And go ahead and hit me up with all your dating questions. I'll help you out. Help you sort out your love life.
No!
Don't do that. Cat, where are they finding you on Twitter?
At cat_velour, VOLEUR.
Here we go. All right, guys, be sure to check us out next week. Good night from Slasher Radio.
All the best with Slasher Radio podcast.
Oh yeah. We're gonna turn that bullshit music off because we don't need the intro music anymore. We don't fucking need it because this week we got something fucking special. We are ready to go with the Slasher Radio Mikey Bones fucking parade because we got 2. I don't even know what to call them. They lost. They're done. It's over. Everybody enjoy the parade. Corner Pocket Dismay. Where are you guys? Happy? Parade's going on. Okay. All right. You don't gotta say nothing. I know you're there. We got the Slasher Radio Mikey Bones Celebration Parade. It's Mikey Bones Appreciation Day, okay? Because I won. And we have the losers here also. Corner Pocket Dismay. Are you enjoying the parade?
No.
No? Why not? Corner Pocket? You?
I'm going to a parade tomorrow, so this is a nice pre-parade.
This one's better. This is the greatest parade of all time. Because you know what? You two fuckers have been giving me hell for I don't know how many months now. And it has finally come to a culmination with my victory.
Culmination?
Culmination, Corner Pocket.
There's some big words.
Oh, there's going to be some words said. We also have a guest with us. Usually we wait till a little later on for our guests, but Amber here wanted to be part of the parade. Amber, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Oh, I'm fantastic. I am fucking great.
Above. You are good.
I am. This is a great day. This is a great day. Amber's here to talk to us about some true crime things.
So I'm going to read to you guys about Gerard John Schaefer Jr. He was a serial killer back in the 70s in Florida. This case I never heard about. There's also a tree down in more southern, and it's called the Devil's Tree, and it's said to be haunted because that's where he did some of his murders.
Oh shit! Ooh. You kind of told me a little bit about that one. I don't know. That one's fucked up.
All right, hello.
Yeah. He did a lot of killing. They believe he did up to 30 murders. He thinks that he did between 80 and 110.
Wow.
110? Jesus Christ.
That is a lot.
Yeah, and he is vile. I mean, I've gone as far as I have letters from him that he had sent to an ex-girlfriend. I got lots of info for you guys where you're just going to be like, I need a beer.
I'm looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to it, too. I got wine coolers. I don't have beer, but we'll see.
If Miranda stays here the whole time, you may pass out.
No, I'm going to get more. I got more in there. I had some for tomorrow in water bottles, but I might take those out.
Well, we do have to get to the shout-outs, but before we get to the shout-outs, I have something to say. And I think, we kind of know where I'm going with this, don't we, guys?
More?
Yeah. Oh, you thought that was it? You thought that I was just going to play parade music and whoop-de-doo, it's over? Corner Pocket, how long have you known me?
Honestly, I thought that's what it was. I thought that's what it was. So, what do you got?
I wanted to kind of, if this is their first time listening, I feel like they should know.
Oh, God.
What happened. All right?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
That's kind of fair.
I will remember you.
Oh my God.
There was a little shit talking going on. And it's been happening for a while now, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm sick and tired of it, but it's finally come to an end. Last week, we spoke of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and there was a lot of confidence going into that little war. I think we can call it a war, right? It was a lot.
Bones going down.
Yeah.
There was some of that.
The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Woo-woo! Woo-woo! The best movie ever.
The best movie ever, some claim. And, there was...
You're gonna look like an ass.
Can't wait.
Yeah, boy, Texas.
Yeah, yours when Leatherface wins.
There was a lot of confidence. There was a lot of things going on. And there were some bold claims made also. You guys act like it's the greatest thing they ever did film.
It is the greatest.
And you're acting like it's not.
It made the Mount Rushmore. He literally carved the Mount Rushmore with his chainsaw. You are not giving this movie as much credit, and it's not fair.
We'll have to do a poll on that.
You wouldn't have had any of your movies without this movie.
There was a lot of stuff going on, guys. There was a lot, and I tried to warn them. I'm not buying it.
Well, you don't have to. There's millions of fans that do.
Oh, yeah.
I bet there's more that don't.
No.
Oh, and was I right? Because there were some polls that went down, and just to give you some numbers here, not the greatest top 5, that being Chainsaw Massacre versus it being the greatest of all time, 76-24. Not being the greatest of all time, 85-15%. And then you got not in the top 25 versus greatest of all time. That was a 71% to 29. The Me or Dismay versus Corner Pocket. I won 77% to 23% with 544 votes, guys. So with all of this being said, I have one question. And it's the corner pocket.
Bones is wrong. Watch, make your own opinions, and then tweet at Slasher Radio about who's the asshole.
Who's the asshole, corner pocket? Or should I say assholes?
You're still an asshole either way. Like, that's beyond the polls.
Oh, I'm sure you think I'm an asshole now. I'm sure you do. But I think I got it out of my system, I think. And other than a few jabs and maybe some parade music later, I think I'm done.
This was better than the parade. I have tears. I am crying. This is the best.
It's a magical thing.
That's it. This was good. You should have led with this.
No.
Yeah, that
this was good. So good.
No.
Like I take full responsibility now. God damn, that was great. That was great.
Yeah. That was production, ladies and gentlemen.
The production value alone, that was unexpected.
Don't hate. Thank you.
Bones has never been this, like, on top of his game, and we've been doing this podcast for how long now? 8 months.
But, I mean...
You've been waiting for this.
Oh, I couldn't wait. I woke up today with a smile.
We'll save the best for last, and we'll do my parade at the end.
Actually, I have one more question. Dismay.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
It's not my favorite.
What? No, you can't do that.
Oh, what'd you say? I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
It's not my favorite.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you feel that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plastered all over my page.
Mm-hmm. So was that L you took?
Several comments.
So was that L. Anyway, so shout outs. Let's come through them really quick because we got Amber sitting here waiting. This poor girl had to sit through all this. I'm sorry, Amber.
I'm enjoying this.
I am too. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
I didn't know that you really got that into it. Your parade was impressive.
Yeah.
Good music thing.
It might not be over yet. We don't know.
Oh god.
We don't know. But you can get 30 free days on Shudder using the SlasherPod promo code. We also have a Shudder episode coming up.
You're telling them.
I don't know when that is. Is that next week?
That is next week.
Fuck, next week. All right. So we got it next week. We'll be in the newsletter. If you're on Shudder already, you can go check that out. It should be emailed to you. If you're not on Shudder, use the SlasherPod promo code. Get 30 free days and see what you want to do. So, Rob, you use your ball trimmer yet?
Not yet.
I mean, that's a pretty cool set they gave, though, right?
I'm really disappointed in the ball trimmer because I don't know what I thought a ball trimmer looked like, but it's just a fucking razor. Like, I thought I was being let in on some kind of, like, secret society where it's like, this is how guys shave their balls. It's just a razor.
Yeah, no, it's nothing.
I mean, Kat, what do you think we do? What the hell?
No idea. I was so excited to learn what the secret was.
You know what, though, Kat? Not for nothing. I mean, I never really explored their website much further than, looking at the shit that they have. But it is nice to have a company directed just at men. Like, it really is nice, because women have, like, all these fucking Victoria's Secret. I don't even know. Like, Summer's Eve, I know, is a big one. And, like, you guys have so many, Well,
I think in their defense, though, everybody knows that women's brains don't work as strong as men. So you need to be told to put a pink ribbon around ears and stuff.
That's the direction that one goes. Yeah. Men are like, it's crazy how, because if you look at their shit, it really is for the, like, it's just directed right at men.
It really is.
It's crazy how dumb of creatures we are. Like, it really is.
It's so funny seeing stuff that's for men. We've got a hair salon like out of my area that's called the Man Cave Haircuts for Men. And it's like, and you go in, And they have just some of the most ridiculous stuff. I had a friend that worked there, and he just like, they have like a flat screen TV that like constantly plays football, and they have like recliners and beer, and there's like taxidermy on the walls, and it's like, are men so insecure about getting their hair cut at a salon that like we have to step it up this much? There are people like drinking whiskey in the lobby, and it's like, what is this?
Oh my god.
Just go get a haircut.
I mean, but it is nice,
what you do,
though.
you just go to the neighborhood barber, man. I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
that's more my take. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, Kat, you got to understand, like, since we've been young, you know, usually your mother will take you, get your hair cut or something, you know, and like, we're around all that shit. I don't know if it has to go that far, but it is nice to have a nice little spot because we enjoy simple shit. Put sports on, maybe a drink or something, you know, and that's it. That's really all we fucking care about.
I don't understand. And so I like, it's not men's products exclusively that fall into this trap, because I've seen some ridiculous stuff aimed at me as well, but it's like,
Right.
I don't understand why like spas or like any kind of treatment, I don't understand why they have to be gendered, because like if I saw a place that was doing haircuts, I wouldn't be like, oh man, is this feminine enough for me? I would just go get my haircut.
You know, I don't think it's
I don't get it.
something I would think about. But, you know, obviously, if I went into a place where, you know, like a salon, and I went and got my hair, I mean, I wouldn't care. But then if I went to another place next time I got my hair cut and they had fucking ESPN on and, you know, I'd want to be like, oh, okay, yeah, I want to come here.
No, yeah, any place. If they're serving drinks, right,
Oh, yeah.
I can go get my hair cut. I'm down. I'm anywhere where there's booze, I'm going. I don't.
Rob,
See,
I don't
we
give
didn't
in.
have that at the salon for me. It was like my salon has like fucking cucumber water, and it's like, I'm gonna start getting my hair cut over at the men's salon. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Water? What?
Yeah, I don't want
Like,
that. No,
This is the dumbest thing I've ever had.
Cucumbers are disgusting.
dude, cucumbers are great. You hush your whore mouth.
Oh, Kat, he would like cucumbers, wouldn't he?
I also like.
Oh, motherfuck me. Really? Really?
I don't like. I don't drink cucumber water. Though.
No, I
Like,
wouldn't
I
drink-
think that's weird.
Yeah, I wouldn't drink cucumber water, but I'll eat the shit out of a cucumber.
Cucumbers with like balsamic vinegar and salt.
I'll just get
Really
them,
good.
peel them, chop them up, throw them in some water, put some salt on them. Oh, you're good to go.
You pickle your cucumbers?
No, I just toss them in some water so they stay kind of moist while I'm eating them.
Isn't? Oh, well, yeah, I guess, yeah, that would be like vinegar or some shit.
Yeah.
Pickle it, yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
I mean, I've put them in vinegar before too, like a mixture of vinegar and water. That's pretty good.
See, I don't. Are the pickles? They have cucumber pickles, right? Is that what I'm thinking of?
Well, you pickle cucumbers to make pickles. They have little cucumbers.
I was gonna say yeah. Like
No, but
they're
don't-
like
most
some
pickles
sort of,
are cucumbers.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying, like, don't they have a? I think that's what I'm thinking of. They have a cucumber, like it's called the cucumber pickle. I think,
I don't know nothing about that.
or something. I'm pretty sure, but yeah, I don't like I like pickles, but I don't like those pickles. Very
Yeah,
bland.
I don't. No, I do like pickles too.
I do too. It's got, but it like pickles are that thing where it's got to be the right pickle. Like there are pickles I've had that are fucking nasty. Didn't like
I get sweet pickles.
No, I don't like those.
Mm-mm.
Those are awful.
You know what pisses me off? Fucking Wendy's used to have the best pickles as far as fast food goes, and then they changed them, and now they are terrible.
Oh, really?
Yeah, McDonald's has terrible pickles.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what pisses me off? Like if you go to Florida, everything is New York style pizza. And it's nothing like I was down there once and there was this place. It was actually called like New York something pizza. And I was hungry. So I was like, all right, you know what? Let's fucking give it a go. And I have a skyline tattoo on my arm. So when I'm sitting there, the waiter's like, oh, wow, yeah, you're going to put it to the test, huh? I'm like, you damn right. And he put it down. He goes, how's it look? I said, not like New York pizza. Like, dude, like, why do you have to name it? I'm not going to lie. It wasn't bad pizza, but it was just, when you say New York pizza, I expect certain things. It's supposed to have enough grease to put a fucking cow into a cardiac arrest. You know, like,
yeah, I mean, I would have been mad if all they had was New York pizza too, because that pizza's disgusting.
Whoa,
dude, I hate New York pizza. You guys make it all nasty.
Rob,
it's
you cocksucker.
It's harder
too
to eat.
It's too greasy. It's all flimsy shit. You can fold it up in half.
Yeah,
Get
you
that
fold
shit
it.
the fuck out of here.
If I wanted to fold a piece of pizza, I'd get a zone. Like
Yeah, get a
I would
fucking
just get it,
calzone.
just
Calzones you don't even fold. Calzones you cut with a knife.
It's a fucking folded piece of pizza.
Folded piece of pizza.
That's completely different.
But it doesn't spill grease out on you.
Well, see, now that's where you're wrong too. Because see, that's the thing. I was arguing with Greg about it. In New York,
well, that shit Greg eats that he calls pizza
that was
fucking
disgusting.
looks like he buys that shit at a goddamn gas station.
It looks like he put the cardboard that the pizza from the gas station came with in the oven. That was to argue
that shit is terrible.
But there is New York pizza where it's too greasy, and those are shitty pizza places. You know, it's like anywhere. But where have you had pizza from here, Rob? Where were you in Manhattan?
Yeah, we stayed in.
Come on.
This was a long time ago too. We stayed. Where the fuck was that hotel? We stayed. I don't remember. But yeah, we were in Manhattan.
See, you can't have Manhattan pizza. Too risky.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you got to think like all the Manhattan places. Because whenever someone goes to New York, they're gonna want to eat pizza. Well, that's probably one of the top things they're gonna want to eat. So there's a million pizza places in Manhattan. The fucking rent for those places is sky high. They can't afford good ingredients. The Manhattan pizza is terrible. Rob, I could take you to a place, Carmine's in Brooklyn. It'll be the best pizza you ever had. You're supposed to have grease on a New York pizza, but when it is like overly dripping, no, that's fucked up. That's not real.
All right, man. Well, if I ever make it out to New York, you'll have to take me to Carmine's, and I'll tell you what's wrong with it.
There is nothing wrong with Carmine's.
And maybe I'm wrong, man. Maybe you're right. Maybe I just went to the wrong places. I don't know.
A lot of the old school Yankee players go to eat at Carmine's.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he has sometimes they will sit, like if it's not busy, they will sit and if they're also not too famous, they'll sit in the restaurant and eat. But he has a room upstairs where he'll take them and he'll bring them around to the back and he'll bring them up there. And they go up there and they fucking eat, dude. That place, oh my God. See, there's certain places of the world where you just think you can go to New York and get pizza and it's going to be top of the line. Like, no, that's not the way it works.
Yeah, I get that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because at a certain point, you got the reputation of New York pizza. So you can just open any pizza place in New York and
like they do in Manhattan. Yeah.
People flock to it.
Garbage.
Yeah.
If you're a podcast host, listen up. This one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle. And I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.